If you or your business would like to become an official sponsor of the Marquee.
Every team trains hard. Every team prepares to win. But when U.S. Army soldiers take the field, it's best if the other guys don't bother showing up. See if you have what it takes at goarmy.com/team.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile, and I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Well, very good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Kern High Network. This is the Kern High School District's live exclusive coverage of high school athletics here in Kern County, and tonight is a nice one. It's high school football. We are way out in the Northwest, and I mean, when I say way out in the Northwest, I turn around and look and I see farming. I see ag behind me, the dust coming up, the tractors behind us. This is way out in the Northwest. Frontier High School is where we're at tonight. The Titans hosting the Falcons of Independence. Good evening again, everybody. I'm Vance Palm, joined by my partner, Rich Cornford. Coach, you know a little bit about this school, and we're going to get into that obvious storyline here in a little bit, having started this school, having been the head coach here for so many years, but now as a color commentator for the Kern High Network. Let's jump right into football. First of all, the opposing team comes in, Independence Falcons, week one. They had a barn burner to start this 2018 season off. I talked to Coach Tyler before the game tonight. He said, yeah, we're getting there, figuring some things out. What do you have on the Independence Falcons?
Well, Sergio Borelli is one of the most exciting quarterbacks in town, and he makes this engine go. And he got injured last week when they got upset with Stockdale. After he was injured, they didn't complete a pass. So
yikes.
I saw him warming up today, though, so that's a great sign for Independence. They also lost David Hernandez, his top receiver, who is wearing a backpack and jeans right now, so he won't be going tonight. So their ability to, cover up for maybe Sergio's might have a little lack of mobility, and then losing his top receiver, that's going to be critical how they handle that tonight for them.
You coached here. You are such an integral part of the start of this school, this football team, the success that it has had. Your name is imprinted on here. I go down to try to find your successor. That guy's so skinny now. I'm looking around for Coach Bandy. I did find him, talk to him for a couple minutes. I'll tell you what we talked about, but what do you have on Frontier?
Well, Chris Bandy's a great guy. He was my offensive coordinator at West High School back when we were very successful over there. He surrounded himself with really good guys, and people like to coach with Chris Bandy. He's still very popular over at Ridgeview, where he left to come here. He coaches with two guys, Julio Franco and Brent Durkin, who he played high school football with, and they all live on the same block. So it's a very unique situation for these guys, these buddies all coaching together, and they're doing a great job. They were 7-4 last year. Really helping revive the program. They're 2-2 right now. This game's critical for both of these squads as they're about to enter league play.
Frontier will kick off. Thank you, Coach. Independence will start with the football in their hands. Again, everybody, welcome. Vance Palm alongside Rich Cornford. Miguel's handling all things technical. Our director-producer tonight, Kevin Willie, the main man on camera. Looking forward to it. A nice evening for football here in the middle of September. Titan Tom Myers, the voice below us, very familiar voice, also calls action for us on the Kern High Network. He is handling the public address responsibilities, of course, as the voice of Frontier Sports. Here we go. We are excited to get going here. Frontier will kick off.
Be careful who you kick to. Malik Duluth back there is a burner. So I would be kicking this ball anywhere but to him if I was still coaching the Titans.
Well, and that's number 4. And I think we're ready to go. Kern High Network underway. A little 8-iron. They kick it over to about the 23-yard line, and it's taken out there by Zach Zamora. Zach Zamora, no slouch either. And Zamora, the senior, we called his name over the years. He gets it up to pretty good field position for the Falcons to start tonight.
Yeah, I'd still call that a win for Frontier because they were able to keep it out of Duluth's hands. One of the fastest guys in Kern County. So we're about to see Sergio Borelli come out here, 6 foot 184 quarterback. Split time last year, has run very well, 784 passing yards, 57% completions with 6 touchdowns already this season. So been very successful under Coach Schilhabel.
Man, great to see Tyler down there. Went and said hi to him for a couple minutes, and he said, Vance, my experience over in Utah was just phenomenal. To be around Coach Whittingham and to soak all that in, he said it was such an honor to be a part of it. I can imagine Coach Whittingham really enjoyed having Tyler around also.
Yeah, great experience for a young coach. Only 24 years old, but has really come in and taken this program by the horns.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 for Independence. 1st and 10, first play from the line of scrimmage tonight. It's going to be a pass play. Drops, has his man across the middle, and they connect. Did he catch it? He does. Wow, what a fantastic shot. Shorter on the catch.
Wow, nice play call, but
oh, boy.
Legal ineligible receiver downfield.
Man, that was awfully quick. That ball was in the air pretty quick, Coach.
Yeah. Good play call, boy. They had him open. You know, Frontier lost 2 of their top DBs the second week of the season. One of them, Jacob Gomez, captain on the team. He's out for the year. He's got surgery set for this Tuesday. A great kid, great leader. Was one of the top players in the program when I was here. So they're definitely missing him, and that might have been a blown assignment there.
1st and 15. This time it's a run play right between the hash marks. A strong, strong run play. Is that Jacob Garibay? Yeah, it is.
Boy, if you look at the Frontier defense, they're really overplaying the passing game right now, which is why I think Independence went to a run there on 2nd and long.
Just underway, 2nd and 11. Borelli stands on his own 29 in the shotgun, drops straight back. Again, looks across the middle, floats it to the far side. Caught again, and it's Shorter again. So they connect again on this. And Shorter's so quick that he's able to, that Borelli's able to throw that up with a nice arc.
Yeah, you see the timing that they have together. That's a really good throw. They caught Frontier in a blitz over there. Quarterback read it right. You know, the advantage of having a returning quarterback, but it is a brand new system for him. But I think Schilhabel, you know, being a former quarterback himself, understands the passing game as well as anyone.
1st and 10, all of a sudden they're in Frontier territory at the 38-yard line. Hard count, nobody goes. Borelli. It's a run on the right hash. Nothing doing there. Maybe a yard or two. Nothing too much. They give him 2 yards, bring up 2nd and 8.
I am anxious to see if Borelli decides to run. You know, that's been a big part of his game. But with his coming off the injury, you might be a little gun shy to pull that trigger. Coming out in the pistol set with the back right behind the quarterback in the short shotgun.
Borelli stands on the 40 of Frontier. It's a run play, some big contact, and again, it is Garibay with the run. Some heavy hitting up there, some big popping going on early, and they get 3 more, so it's going to be 3rd and 5 at the Frontier 33.
Now, Frontier's got a pair of defensive ends that anybody would drool over. Senior Caden Shelton down here at the bottom, 6'3", 190. And then you'll also see Cameron Barnes in there some, who definitely passes the eye test at 6'3", 195.
3rd and 5. Borelli looks to his left, and a quick step and a quick move, and I think that, he went down awfully close to the first down. It was caught out there by Duluth.
Great job by Duluth of avoiding that first tackler. That was pretty impressive.
Got him a first down.
Yeah, difference maker there.
The senior Malik Duluth, spelled D-E-L-O-U-T-H.
Looks like we're already getting a sideline warning on Frontier. I know one of the hardest things coaches are having to adjust this year is how the officials want even the coaches outside that 4-yard box. And we're used to roaming that area, and hopefully they give them plenty of warnings, because it's a hard habit to break if you've been doing it as long as Coach Bandy and his staff.
It sure is. It's like telling a basketball coach, hey, you got to get away. You got to get back. 1st and 10, two running backs back there, but they give it to Duluth. Duluth stretches it out to the far side. Oh, what a really nice play out there. Superior play by Austin Mahan. What a tackle from behind.
Yeah, and Austin's 5'9", 210. He's the leading tackler on the team, coming in with 35. He is a stout kid. When we brought him up for the playoffs my last year here, he was just a sophomore, and he was knocking the crud out of the linebackers that I had there. Probably should have pulled him up a lot sooner.
Well, we've called his name a lot over the years. He's no secret to our Kern High Network audience. 2nd and 10. They didn't get anything. Here's a pass out to this near side, and it is caught and finally shoved out of bounds. Looks like Hernandez on the catch.
Well, there's certainly nothing wrong with Sergio Borelli's arm. I'll tell you what, he throws a nice ball. That was a laser out there to the flat. You know, this Independence team had a successful year last year, too. They were 7-4, co-champions of the SYL. I think probably the best season that school's had since it opened.
3rd and 2. A run. They pick up the first down, and it's in the hands of Garibay, and the senior workhorse picks up the first down. They move the sticks, and it'll be 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Independence putting together a nice drive here for their first possession of the evening.
Yeah, a couple seniors on that offensive line opening up holes. Senior Kevin Cadillo, tackle, and senior Dom Robinson, the other tackle, leading the way there.
7:40 remains here in this first quarter. Homecoming tonight at Frontier. In motion, Duluth. Option pitch out to Duluth. Wrapped up pretty quickly for a second, and then gets free and actually picks up 4 yards. So a lot of activity on that, and Duluth made a lot out of nothing actually to pick up 4.
Yeah, Frontier did a great job of making quarterback pitch that ball pretty quick, but Duluth again shows his elusiveness by making the first guy miss and really making something out of nothing.
2nd and 8, so picked up 2. I thought he might have picked up more. Picks up 2.
Well, probably 6 yards more than he should have.
Yeah, covered a lot of ground, that's for sure. Garibay stands right behind Borelli, the lone back. Garrett wants to throw. Borelli has a man, and it's caught, and it's a touchdown. Really nice play, nice route, and Trey Shorter pulls in the touchdown.
Well, Trey, it looks like, has taken the spot of David Hernandez as the favorite receiver out there, and that's something that they needed. And the accuracy of these routes that he and throws is just phenomenal here. Great start for Independence.
So a 70-yard drive capped off with a nice touchdown pass from Borelli to Shorter. And here comes Ryan Rodriguez in for the PAT. And it's going to get moved up a little bit. That hard count on the PAT had somebody from Frontier jump.
Yeah, one thing, it'll be interesting to watch. Frontier's got quite a few guys going both ways from injury and a little lack of depth in a few positions over there, and seeing how their conditioning is tonight.
Moves up a hair. Ends up being a 29-yarder. High snap, has to get it down quick, and it's blocked. So how about that? They had to be able to move it up, and it is blocked. So 6-0 is the score. We'll stay here and say good evening again and hi to everybody. Vance Palm, along with Rich Cornford, Kevin Willie on camera. Our director and producer, Miguel Garcia here. Our official grape of the Kern High Network broadcast, the pristine grape.
Yeah, that kick was blocked by Cameron Barnes, who I mentioned earlier, the 6'3", 195 senior, came through there. And it's funny, sometimes the team will go offsides and you'll see these teams decline it on an extra point because they like their kicker and their snapper to feel more natural.
Space, right.
And you wonder if that had anything to do with it.
I think it did, Rich, and thanks for elaborate on that, because I kind of thought that you get so scrunched in, you're like, I don't think so. But they get the block, a plus for Frontier on an otherwise perfect drive, really. If you think Independence, they started off with a long ball pass, gets called back for illegal receiver, but they make up for it quickly and get in the end zone. So now we'll see the home team, Frontier, at homecoming get the football and see what they can do. A Borelli to Shorter touchdown, 6-0 lead. Grant Lee's going to take it, and Lee's going to get to the outside. He's already at the 40. It's up to the kicker to at least slow him down enough, and he did. And Ryan Rodriguez just slowed Grant Lee down enough, or that's all the way to the house. Great field position for the Titans.
And Grant Lee is a very talented athlete. He is wearing Jacob Gomez's old number. They're really good buddies. And so I think as a tribute to his friend, he's wearing his number tonight to salute Jacob Gomez, the fantastic wide receiver DB for Frontier, who's out for the season and due for surgery this Tuesday.
Appreciate that, Coach. Okay, Montano, the quarterback, first name Dustin, whistles blow before he takes his first snap. And it's already encroachment on Independence. So Independence had a penalty call in their first offensive play, and they've had a penalty call in their first defensive play.
Yeah, defensive end lined up just past the football there. We see Frontier lined up in their own pistol set.
Montano hands the ball off to Ernest Jackson, and there's a name we've called many times, EJ.
Well, that was a good, hard, physical run by Ernest Jackson, who plays linebacker for him also. He's coming off an ankle injury, so him being back and looking healthy, he didn't have to cut that time. He looked like Christian Okoye, just right through the middle, barreling over people.
A Christian Okoye reference. That's the kind of night it might be, Rich.
Gotta love that Nigerian nightmare.
Hey, Azusa Pacific. We're going to dip below the 6-minute mark on this play. Montano, they stay on the ground. Oh, fumble. Ball's on the ground. Fumble!
I think they got it back.
Ooh, boy. EJ jumped on it. Ernest Jackson picks up the fumble. Jumps on the ball, but, there was 3 Falcons around that football, too. He didn't get it. It was gone.
Lost us 7 yards on that play, trying to run the outside zone. And, Dusty Montano, he played in the playoffs for me my last year here, threw 2 touchdown passes as a sophomore in a playoff game. So he's got some experience, threw for almost 1,000 yards last year for him. Had some knee surgery this summer, but a really good kid, really good quarterback.
2nd and 17 after the fumble. Montano rolls here to the right side, right below us, throws, and it is a perfect toss. Wow, what a catch by Jaden Hudson, but the pass on the run was just remarkable.
Boy, the timing between quarterback and Jaden Hudson right there. Jaden's got 10 receptions for 152 yards so far this season. Half of those coming on one big play. He had a 74-yarder earlier in the season.
Here's a 3rd and 5. They've picked up a big chunk of that lost yardage. Montano, hard count, nobody goes. To run play to Jackson. He goes right up the middle, runs over 2 or 3 Falcons, gets to the 19-yard line, and it is a first down.
Well, I think Brent Durkin, the Frontier offensive coordinator, has definitely seen something in the middle that he likes to attack, because we've seen that play twice now, and Ernest just attacking downhill. Good blocking up front by the Frontier offensive line.
First and 10, they're at the 15-yard line of Independence. Montano, they stay on the ground. Why not? Jackson with a hard run to about the 13-yard line. Ernest Jackson, 5'10", 185, a senior. We've called his name and number many times over the last few years.
Yeah, he's got 241 yards already this season, and he's the second on the team in tackles. So he's real critical. Like I said, he missed last week's game with a little ankle, but he looks pretty good right now.
Hudson breaks out to the right side, 2nd and 8. High snap. They give it to Jackson again. This time he's met quickly and still doesn't really matter. He plows through gaps, players' arms, over his own teammates' backs. You can't stop that guy.
Yeah, I think Independence is going to have to load the box because right now he looks like a freight train.
I mean, he was hit behind the line of scrimmage, Coach, and
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be stopped for no gain. 3rd and 8. They're loving a 3rd and 1 right now.
Here we go.
Look for more of the same.
Exactly what Coach says. 3rd and short. Montano tried to get him to jump, didn't. They give it to Jackson. And Jackson, this time he's met. Oh, he just carries himself forward to get a first down. Hit hard up there, but still able to pick up the yardage. And a good hit by Nate Enriquez. Enriquez started the action with the hit, but first down, Frontier, 1st and goal from the 4.
Yeah, I think he got all 3 of those yards after contact.
Yeah.
Now, if they do end up throwing the ball, and I don't know if they need to, but watch for Colton Baker down here. He's got 3 touchdowns, leads the team, has been starting here since he was a sophomore. A real good feel for the end zone.
They say the 3, 1st and goal from the 3, strong right side. They give it to Jackson this time. They finally, somebody says enough is enough, and it's a big hit by Luis Alvarez, number 5, big pop.
And we've seen Frontier in basically the same formation, a strong right formation running behind Jonathan and Serdinsky, their top offensive lineman. He's 6'5", 245 over here. And look, it does look like Ernest is limping off a little bit, and got to hope that ankle's not bothering him too bad. Shoot.
Well, now nobody's in the backfield with Montano. He's all by himself, an empty backfield, but he has Grant Lee in the slot to his right. Now Lee's in motion. They pitch it to him, and Lee tries to cut up, and doesn't happen. Independence all over that. They see Ernest Jackson come out and Grant Lee come in, and that was picked up quickly. Nothing doing.
Wow, okay, well, now it's Colton Baker territory over here. He's number 6. He's a big receiver, really good at using his body to get in positions, kind of like a Gronkowski would be used in this situation. So he's split up to the top of the field over there.
The far left corner of your screen, number 6, Montano, looks right, though, the entire time. Flush out of the pocket, escapes 1. He's on the run now. He wants to throw, and he does not. Shoved out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Great effort out there by Brian Crisantos and, of course, Nate Enriquez. They put the pressure with such force, it might be a field goal attempt.
And, yeah, Coach Bandy's called out the field goal unit here, and you got to think losing Ernest Jackson on that drive really affected it.
That's surprising. 1st and goal from the 3, and they're going to go ahead and go for the field goal. Elijah Topola, 5'10" sophomore. A 24-yarder, the snap, the hold. This is up, and it is a beauty. We'll take our first break of the evening. It's 6-3, Independence over Frontier with 1:43 remaining in the first quarter. Back right after this on Kern High Network.
California's largest Buick GMC dealer, Motor City, has the best offer on your new professional-grade GMC Sierra. Get up to $7,500 in total savings on the Sierra 2500 or 3500 HD Crew Cab Denali. Or drive away the Sierra half-ton Crew Cab SLT with up to $11,000 in savings. Go online to MotorCityGMC.com for all the details. Welcome to the city, Motor City. California's largest.
Oh, God.
All right.
Welcome back, everybody. Vance Palm alongside Rich Cornford, and having popped up the porthole, up through the top of the deck is Titan Tom Myers, and we have some number changes here. Number 2 is not Grant Lee. Number 2 is Clayton Kyle. So Clayton Kyle's number 2, and Grant Lee is number 4. Clayton Kyle's 2.
Clayton's his first name.
Right, Clayton Kyle's 2, Grant Lee's 4, Seth McDaniel's number 14.
Trying to get this all straightened out here.
All right. So to those families that are wondering, what in the world is Palm talking about? They switched it up on Titan Tom. 1st and 10. A run play to
Malik Duluth. So they're getting him the ball everywhere they can. He's only 5'6", 125, but we've already seen how elusive he is.
no gain.
Now Independence, they rolled right down on that first drive. It's important for Frontier to get them behind the chains.
Under a minute to go here in this first quarter. Wow, a stretched out screenplay it almost looked like for a second, and Zarek Williams gets almost a first down. That's a really unique looking play.
Yeah, you know, Schilhalbel's playbook is very good right now. I mean, what he's dialing up it's all working. The timing seems fantastic. The receivers catch the ball well. Quarterback Sergio Borelli throws it fantastic. So, boy, hitting on all cylinders right now.
3rd and 1. Borelli. They pick up the first down, maybe more. Oh, what a beautiful run. Inside, outside, and to the sidelines. A big run by Armani Denweed. There's another bloodline name here in Kern County. Armani Denweed. Big run, big first down.
Clayton Kyle on that tackle over there, who is wearing number 2 tonight. He's a senior running back DB, 5'8", 165, averaging nearly 10 yards a carry when he runs the ball and leads the team with 2 interceptions. Ernest Jackson's going in on defense right now. That's a good sign for Frontier.
Shorter in motion behind everybody. Just a decoy as they put it in the hands of Denweed. Strong run right there. Yeah, it's good to see EJ out there. A festive experience this evening. It's homecoming here at Frontier, and that wraps up the first quarter, 6-3, and it's Independence up by a field goal. Back after this, second quarter action on Kern High Network.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile, and I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile.
And I still do everything online or through the ATM. So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
There are over 100 places to get pizza in Kern County, but only 4 are good enough to be called Tony's. So what's the Tony's Pizza difference? We're not giving away our secrets, but the proof is in the pizza. Tony's Spicy Mexicana, the mouth-watering Hawaiian, the award-winning Chili Verde, and so many more. Trust us, you'll find your favorite. If you want great pizza, you can play the numbers game, or you can get it right the first time.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking.
Floats it up here, and it's caught, and it's a touchdown. Oh, wow. Malik Duluth comes back to it, then jumps up to get it. Touchdown, Independence on the first play back to start the second quarter. Touchdown, Independence.
Boy, what an athlete there at 5'6". He skied to get that football and won a jump ball.
And, Coach, the pressure was on Borelli. He had to get rid of it, so it wasn't as if he could set up and pinpoint it. He had to chuck it up there, threw it high enough and a nice little soft area by that front pylon that Duluth goes up, makes it work. And that was a beautiful touchdown to start the second quarter. And now the Falcons try to make up for the missed PAT with a 2-point conversion. Borelli hands the ball off. Big contact behind the line of scrimmage or at the line of scrimmage. No PAT. Austin Mahan came in with the wrecking ball and stopped that one quickly. Woo!
With authority, yeah. Great play there by Mahan, but, Frontier's done decent against the run game, but they're really struggling against the pass. And Sergio Borelli, I don't think he's thrown a bad ball yet. And you see the importance to him to this program. Like I said, they didn't complete a pass last week after he was injured there. They're a whole different team with him healthy.
12-3's the score. 2 touchdowns by the Falcons with no PAT success. 1 field goal by the Titans, who had a 1st and goal from the 3 and decided after some tough luck to go ahead and put 3 on the board. And keep that in mind, by the way, because that sophomore, Elijah Topola, 5'10", 150-pound wide receiver DB/kicker, kicked from an odd angle off that hash and put it right through the upright. So something to keep in mind. With this school being one of the younger schools, so to speak, when you have homecoming, you have 80 cheerleaders. Wowee.
Yeah, homecoming here is really one of a kind. They do a great program every year.
Okay, ball's up, and it is deep, and it will be taken on a 1st and 10, 20-yard line. And I wanted to, Rich, real quick, let me pull this up. It is, let me see. There we go. Our officials this evening for the Kern County Officials Association. In the box, Carlos Cadillo. The back judge is David Newby. The line judge is Dennis Wren. The head linesman is Brian Landis. The umpire is Colin Clark. And the white hat, the referee, is Baines Bank. What are some heavy hitters on that?
They got a good veteran crew here.
Bank, Landis, Wren, Newby, Cadillo, Clark.
All-stars.
Man, they're going from here to the Pac-12 tomorrow. Nice strong run. Didn't want to give up on it, and he didn't, so Clayton Kyle.
I said Kyle's he's the home run hitter. He's the guy that can take him the distance. One of the faster players on the team. Key returning starter for the Titans.
Colton Baker breaks way out to the top of your screen. Right side of the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 8. Montano play action. Has a man wide open. Oh, goodness. He had Jaden Smith completely alone behind the defense between the hash marks, but he threw to the right, overthrew, and almost had that one picked.
Yeah, I got to think somebody ran the wrong route on that. When your quarterback's rolling right, you got receivers running left, it makes it hard to complete it. So 3rd and long now for the Titans, a situation they certainly don't want to be in.
Opportunity here for the Falcons to really stamp their name in this first half if they can hold here. Have good field position. Montano takes the snap, wants to go left, steps up. Now he's in trouble. He gets hit. He's still on his feet. Oh, goodness. Switches hands, put the ball in. He might throw it still. He's looking to make something happen. Montano wants to make something happen. He's about to get in trouble. Fires it, incomplete. So an exciting play. Couple of big hits, one on him and one on his receiver. But you can see Dustin Montano's will to make something happen in that was pretty impressive. But all for naught, 4th down.
Great escapability shown there and keeping his eyes down the field. They had max protect on that, which meant that they only had 2 receivers out in the route, which is why it was difficult for him to find anybody open over there. But he certainly wasn't for a lack of trying.
Ooh, boy, 4th and 8. Oh, man. Wild snap. And it is down at the 50. So, man, oh, man, great job to just keep that thing from causing problems. Grant Lee went and got it, punted it, but it's going to be midfield for Independence here with 10:48 to go in the half.
So Independence, we've seen 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. They haven't got an extra point yet, but they have been very precise with their offense. Everybody's very in key. Frontier really has to find a way to stop the passing game.
1st and 10. Inside Frontier territories where they'll start. Quick little pass out here to the near side. Duluth, oh, what a move. Gets hit pretty hard afterwards, but the big oohs and ahs are the moves that this young man can make. Nice tackle by Clayton Kyle.
Boy, he looks like Darren Sproles out there, doesn't he?
He does. Great. That's a great one.
Yeah, he's at a different level than everybody else when it comes to quickness.
2nd and 7. So for all the oohs and ahs, really a pickup of 3.
You know, you'll take 3 yards on first down. It keeps you in front of the chains there. You can still run or throw the ball on second.
That's what they do this time. Oh, man. Some beautiful moves by Armani Denweed, these running backs. They have all the tools in the toolkit, Rich. They're strong, they're fast, they've got vision, they're able to make some quick, decisive moves, and they move the chains as well.
Yeah, again, very impressive, their balance here. Their passing game's been great. Their running game's been good. And they just keep churning out first downs.
First and 10. Again to Denweed. He grinds out 2 or 3. You know, when you have somebody like Malik Duluth back there as a decoy, a defense just watches everything he's doing. Next thing you know, you have this train coming right at you. And it's not Duluth, it's Denweed.
Well, I know Coach Bandy knows all about Denweed. He said he was going to be a focus of their defense, trying to stop him. And they've done well there. They've really struggled outside, though.
2nd and 8. We're under 9 minutes to go in this first half. Borelli takes the snap. It's a handoff, and he's met very quickly. And Caden Shelton got in there and wrapped him up very quickly. And there's that 6'3", 215-pound senior making himself known.
Yeah, like I said, Frontier's got some guys playing defensive end that definitely passed the eye test, and he's one. He's a heck of a good receiver, too. A mismatch problem from his tight end or H-back spot, wherever they choose to play him.
That makes it a 3rd and 11. Here's an opportunity for Frontier. Tighten this thing up a little bit if they can make a play. 3rd and 11. The ball is at the Frontier 37-yard line. It's 12-3, and as we say it, it happens. Some thought and consternation going to go into this 3rd and 11. Welcome again, everybody. If you're just getting to your phone, your laptop, however you're watching us and listening to us tonight, we're happy that you're here. I'm Vance Palm. I have Rich Cornford with me, Kevin Willey on camera, Miguel Garcia running all things technical, our director, producer. Luce is helping out tonight as well. It's nice to have at least one serious person up on the deck with us. Score is 12-3. Independence over the Frontier Titans. It's homecoming here, and it started off. It's a really good football game, moving very smoothly. Both teams moving the ball pretty well. Independence up by 9, scored 2 TDs with no point after success, and 1 field goal by Frontier.
Now, we've seen Vance a couple times. Independence have success with that corner route to Trey Shorter over there.
Oh, yeah.
It'd be interesting to see. That might be a good call in this situation.
Started the game with it.
Yeah, and then scored their 2nd touchdown off something similar. So, that might be what I'd be looking for if I was calling the defense for Frontier.
Here we go. 8:11 left in the half. 3rd and 11 from the Frontier 37. Independence. Now, Borelli has 2 backs with him back there, but he drops straight back. Fires across the middle. Oh, and it's dropped. Duluth would have had a first down, and knowing him, a lot more. Just an uncharacteristic drop right in the middle of the football field. But it's at the 37-yard line. Not sure what Coach Schellhabel is going to do.
Looks like they're bringing the punt team out. Going to play a little field position here. You know, I think if they'd have caught that and he'd have been tackled just short, probably a no-brainer, they'd go for it. But, 4th and 11, pretty tough to get these days.
Okay, Ryan Rodriguez stands exactly right on top of the 50-yard line, right on the Titan logo. Bobbled snap, look out. Oh, he got it off somehow. A high, super high punt, and it takes the most unbelievable Independence bounce.
Boy.
A bobbled snap. He had to rush it. He boots it. It goes straight up, and it hits at the 19-yard line and bounces 15 yards.
Just like they drew it up.
Exactly, Coach. I mean, you've been coaching long enough to know that you got to plan these kind of things, right? You got to plan these kind of things. Look at this ball. Oh, sorry, the 7-yard line. So about a 13-yard bounce.
They must be saying it hit an Independence player because they ultimately stopped it right there. And that ball was close to Grant Lee. I know my returner's not going to field it. I like him to get as far away from it as possible. But
I thought for a second he was going to take the bounce and go. Okay, 1st and 10 from their own 7. Long way to go for the Titans. See what they can do with it. They started off with a run to the right side, and it's put in the hands of Grant Lee. Nothing doing.
Yeah, and Independence has certainly put more guys in the box since they struggled that first drive stop in the run. But obviously the absence of Ernest Jackson in the running game is affecting Frontier a little bit. He's a 185 to 200 pound kid.
My apologies. That was Caden Hernandez that just carried the rock, and he's coming out right now. Now in the backfield, Clayton Kyle stands on the left hip of Dustin Montano on a 2nd and 13.
A lot of space down here if they want to run a hitch and get a few yards out of it.
Flag way out back in the defensive area.
Probably delay a game.
Oh, man.
Well, I think I'd take a shot here to Colton Baker. Not a deep shot, but just something short. Give me some breathing room if they continue to play off him like that.
He's in trouble. He's got to get rid of it. Oh, almost caught, but whoo, boy. Montano on the run the second the ball hit his hands. So now it's 3rd and 15, and they are deep in their own territory. He threw that from close to the back line.
Well, this is a dangerous spot to be calling from on 3rd and long. You get a holding call in the end zone, it's a safety. You get obviously sacked there, it's a safety. So interesting to see if they go aggressive or conservative here. A lot of times you'll see a draw play or a quick dump off just to give your punter some room to work.
Kyle's the lone back standing behind Montano. They go for the pass. They throw it, and it's caught out there. The big fella has it, and he gives them a little bit of space. Caught out there by Shelton. And the punt team will come on. Nothing doing there. They're going to have to boot this ball, and Malik Duluth is going to be standing well inside the 50-yard line. He's starting his thought process at the 40.
Well, let's watch this snap. The last snap was a little bit wild there. Grant Lee did a good job of just fielding it.
You're right, Coach.
The Frontier's missing a couple guys on their punt team. You always wonder,
it's 3rd and 15 at the 4-yard line.
Yeah.
You guys,
you might want to get ready.
You may be going on here pretty soon. So
from our own 8-yard line on 4th and 10, pretty sure we're going to punt.
And Coach Bandy has to call a timeout right now. He's not thrilled with guys. He wants everybody over here. Hey, let's take a short one here. 6:54 remaining in the half. 12-3 Independence.
California's largest Buick GMC dealer, Motor City, has the best offer on your new professional-grade GMC Sierra. Get up to $7,500 in total savings on the Sierra 2500 or 3500 HD Crew Cab Denali. Or drive away the Sierra half-ton Crew Cab SLT with up to $11,000 in savings. Go online to MotorCityGMC.com for all the details. Welcome to the city, Motor City. California's largest Buick
Coach, you and I were
GMC
talking during the break, and from a coach's standpoint, that's gotta be a little bit of the aggravation there. Burned a timeout because people weren't ready to go on the punt team, and your offense was deep in their own territory. There's a snap. It's okay. End over end. Oh, nice punt. Kept it away from everybody, and it takes a bounce, and it might hit it. Oh, well, it was down by a Frontier player as it hit his ankle at about the 41-yard line. I think Coach Schillhop was going to say the same thing. Wait a minute.
Yeah, the linesman, he's got the spot there.
Oh,
he put his beanbag down. That's called an illegal touch when that happens. And from a return standpoint, I've always encouraged my returners, if they touch it on accident, get after it, because nothing really bad can happen to you. The worst you get is where the beanbag is.
Okay, well, look at this. Not the worst punt, I'll tell you what. It was probably 48 yards in the air, actually. Kicked it from the back part of the S of the Titans in the end zone. It bounced at about the 43, 44. It's a nice punt, and it just bounced straight up. So could have been a lot worse. But still, Independence and quarterback Sergio Borelli takes over. And look at this run. Look at this run to start things off. That's going to be a touchdown. Armani Denweed, flag on the play right back at the 40-yard line of scrimmage. And the official is going to say, nope, that is a hold. And maybe one of the reasons why he was able to get so clear so quick, I don't know. But that's the call. They'll march it back.
There was a pretty good-sized hole there, and he attacked through it and broke an arm tackle. And but, boy, big play for Frontier to get that one brought back, because they don't want to fall down 3 scores this early.
Coaching staff talking to the defense over here, these defensive backs.
Kenny Haslip coaches the DBs at Frontier. He's a former USC Trojan, former state champion in the hurdles too. So maybe the best athletic coach in town.
I agree.
Feel bad for him though, because he's a Bears fan.
Borelli on the run, floats one out there, and it's caught. A nice job by Zarek Williams, and he gets some yards after the catch, but there's a flag at the 35-yard line. Right where the catch was made. Don't know if it was a face mask. A block in the back. Wow. After the catch, right in front of the official, apparently.
So, first time we've seen a little mobility out of Borelli there. He did a good job of escaping the rush.
Coach.
Heck of a catch there. But, penalties, something that they were able to avoid on those their first play of the game, actually, they had a penalty, but they've been penalty-free until all of a sudden.
First and 16. Borelli has running backs on each side of him, and he hands it to Duluth. Duluth looking to get outside. Frontier sealing that sidelines very well, and he picked up only about 4 or 5 yards. So nice job by Frontier with the speedy Duluth contained.
Yeah, and I think you saw Clayton Kyle rush through there from his safety spot. Great job of him by recognizing run and coming up into run support. They needed his support there to stop that from being a bigger gain.
Went out of bounds, clock stops, 2nd and 10. They get back to the original line of scrimmage, the 39-yard line.
Second down and 10 from the 39-yard line for the Falcons.
Borelli, Denweed. Oh, nice job up front by Frontier. Only about a yard, and a host of Titans in there. But the one on the bottom was the first one to get him, and that is Zachary Lopez.
Yeah, nice play by Zachary Lopez, rushing off the edge there as Frontier sent a little pressure, and he did a good job of wrapping him up.
We came a long way to get that hit, didn't he?
Yeah, I did. So 3rd and 9 here, similar situation, almost the exact same spot on the field they were in their last drive.
Boy, it's a big one for Frontier defense here on a 3rd and 9. They can get this football back with 5 minutes to go and counting. Borelli looks to his right side, and confusion because Trey Shorter was the intended receiver from the get-go, but he was still running down the sidelines and the ball was behind him. So look at this. Frontier gets the hold. They get the stop again.
Yeah, and as precise as Independence appeared to be in those first couple drives, we've seen a drop and some penalties and now some miscommunication between quarterback and receiver in their last 2 drives. So, punt game's been interesting for both of these squads with snaps and punters catching the ball and the way it rolls and bounces. And he drops that one.
Another fumble. Oh, gosh. This punt might not be as exciting. Well, you never know. We've seen it all, but it goes out of bounds at about the 23-yard line. So some mishandled snaps tonight from the get-go. First quarter, second quarter, PATs, punts, handoffs. It's not wet out here yet.
No, and I know Schellhelbel's responsibility at Utah was special teams, so he takes pride in that. And those mistakes a lot of times come back and haunt you. And if I'm him, I'm thinking anytime I get inside the 40, it's 4-down territory because a couple scary situations there. They're fortunate that those haven't been blocked.
Okay, Frontier absolutely wants to get on the scoreboard here as we see Caden Hernandez run on again at the very last second. He's the lone back standing behind Montano. Montano wants to throw, comes back to the near side, hooks up with Jaden Smith. A couple of big blocks. Jaden Smith to the 37-yard line, picks up the first down. Well-designed play and well executed.
Great call by Brent Durkin there, throwing the throwback screen. Independence has been selling out to the run, really supporting hard, and we've seen Dusty roll out a couple times. Now that throwback wide open got him a key first down to open the drive.
A first down on the first down. Now the ball's at the 37. Montano rolls to his right, throws, and it's a perfect strike, and it is caught out there by Jaden Hudson. Wow, what a toss.
Yeah, Dusty looks really good on the run right now, throwing on time. Coach Durkin's done a great job with his throwing motion and technique, and, that's a senior quarterback right there with quite a bit of experience under his belt.
Yeah, that confidence, just let it go. You're going to run your receiver into the pass. That's what he did.
Boy, watch for something to the tight end down at the bottom.
Yeah, that's a good call, Coach. Well, it's a great block by the tight end because that's a strong run by Caden Hernandez. Good blocking by his tight end. Wow.
Caden Hernandez is averaging 7.5 yards a carry coming into this game, so he knows what to do when the ball's in his hands, and he got right at 8 on that one. Bringing in Clayton Kyle for him right now as Frontier rotates these guys. A lot of these guys play defense, so they rotate them on offense.
2nd and 2, a little over 3 minutes to go here in the half. Frontier trails 12-3. Montano flicks one out here to Baker. Baker looking to get, oh my gosh, looking to get a good stiff arm on Denweed, and he gave him some Walter Payton stuff right there. That was nice.
Like he said, he's their version of Gronkowski. He's a big receiver, knows how to use his body. You put him on a smaller defensive back, and that's a mismatch. He's not going to outrun, but he's going to make him pay when you try to tackle him.
And making Denweed pay is not an easy thing to do, and he did. He gave him the right arm.
And I think that pass is there for him whenever they want it.
Yeah, so do I, Coach. Run play right between the tackles on the left hash. And Clayton Kyle with strong run. Good 4 yards.
Attack the hole there. Yeah, real well running downhill. Those were the kind of runs Ernest Jackson was making a couple yards, though, after contact on with his size. And, again, I hope Ernest is okay because we haven't seen him back. We saw him one snap defensively, but not back in on offense.
Yeah, he's down below us at the 40-yard line over here talking to some coaches. 2nd and 7. Montano rolls to his right, stops, going to get hit, throws it, lets it go, and it is incomplete.
Wow.
He knew he was going to take a pop, and he did. He got hit hard by Jonathan Martinez. When you're a QB and you see him coming and you know what's going to happen, he hung in there and made a pretty decent toss, but he got popped.
Yeah, he's got guts. Colton Baker's pretty good at coming down with those jump balls. Remember last year in the Ridgeview game, right before the end of the half, he came down with a key play that was really helped him win that game on a Hail Mary attempt. So 3rd and 7 now, though, for the Titans. And I've watched another throw it out to Colton Baker because they were playing way off of him.
And Smith's over here in the slot on the left side, too. Nice protection. Throws it, and this one's picked off. Threw it right in the hands of Miles Anthony. Now Anthony's looking for some space. Anthony's going to come back to this side. Anthony to the 40. Miles and Anthony now to the other 40. And
he fumbled, but out of bounds.
fumbled the ball out of bounds, but a huge play by Miles Anthony. Everybody excited over there on the Falcons sideline. So a Frontier Titan drive thwarted by a pass picked off by Miles Anthony. And
that was a good job by Miles in his zone coverage to read the quarterback's eyes and step underneath that. And a huge turn of events here, as now they've got the ball at the 33, and it looked like Frontier was really going to be able to draw close. They did pick up a flag just right now, but maybe it just fell out of his pocket.
Well, you just read my mind, Coach. Not only did they get the pick, they got it all the way to the 33-yard line and a ton of time. 2 minutes to go here, so now you're going to see Coach Showhobble. Oh, fumble. Oh, they still are able to get 1 or 2 yards out of it. The handoff from Borelli to Duluth was not the cleanest, and they actually just keep it at the line of scrimmage. Ooh, and Duluth loses his helmet. He'll go off for a second.
Yeah, really, again, interesting. They look so unbelievably sharp those first 2 drives, and they've just a little out of sync now, and I think that play was an example of it. Faked the fly sweep and then fumbled around with the handoff there, and 2nd and 10.
1.5 minutes left in the half. Independence leads 12-3. They'd sure like to get on the board again. Strong right side. 3 receivers way down here to the right. Borelli floats one out here, and that almost picked off. Jacob. All right, here's where I'm going to need your help, Coach. Mumanavog.
That's a great guess.
I was hoping you might have had him as a freshman or something.
No, sorry.
Jacob Mumanavong.
All right, 3rd and 10 right here. I've definitely got to think that's 4-down territory with this much time left. They do have 2 timeouts left.
3rd and 10. Ball's on the Frontier 32.
Clayton Kyle playing very deep at his free safety spot.
And they can stay on the ground. Oh, great tackle out there by Meyer Simmons. Big tackle, and that stopped a long possible run from Denweed. So Denweed met hard. We'll stay here with only 65 seconds to go. Coach, during this timeout, I want to ask you to kind of wax nostalgic on your time here at Frontier.
Hey, some great times. All my kids graduated from here. 2 of my daughters were homecoming queens on this field on this night.
Wow.
So homecoming is kind of a special occasion. It's a great school. Getting to coach some great athletes over here. Played for a Valley Championship on this field. Won a league championship on this field in the first years of the so-called Power League, the SWYL, and the 2012 season. So, and it's a great environment. You see how many fans they bring out and how well the community supports this program. Excellent booster program. It's a great place to be. Mike Gibson's the athletic director now. He's a great guy to work for. Still got a lot of love for this place.
It's a beautiful campus. I remember when it opened, the loud, super loud speakers, the sound system. I was like, man, we're at a concert. This is some heavy-duty stuff. Thank you, Miguel. Highlands up 13-0. The Scots are up 13-0 over Golden Valley. Our other game on the Kern High Network tonight. I believe that's Dr. Rick Hutchins and Kyle Wiley's on the – hang on. 4th and 8. Borelli tosses incomplete. So after that timeout, Frontier going to get a shot at it. Hang on a second. Kyle Wiley's doing what? He's announcing the game with Hutchins? So they're riding the Bentley, and it's Hutchins on play-by-play and K-Dub 2.
Well, we got to give our hats off to the Frontier defense here. 3 good stops in a row, each time Independence in their territory, really have kept Frontier in the game.
Let's see if they can do something here. Montano, affectionately, his first name is Dustin, but Coach Cornford affectionately calls him Dusty. He's looking over the sidelines. He's looking for some more players, and they are looking for none other than Colton Baker. And Coach Bandy said something to the effect of, are you kidding me?
Yeah, when we're on offense, we like to throw you the ball. So, yeah, a mistake you wouldn't expect a senior like Colton Baker to make. not being prepared to jump on the field there, and Frontier's got to burn a valuable timeout right now.
With 58 seconds to go and 69 yards to go, the one big part of their ammunition are the timeouts. And they had to burn one because of all people, one of their go-to guys, one of their seniors.
Yeah, captain.
Oh, wow.
Independence in a prevent style defense out here, giving up lots of room.
A quick pass out to the far side. Key is, will he get out of bounds? And he does. Strike out there to Colton Baker.
Yeah, that's a good senior move by Baker, too, to get out of bounds. He could have tried to fight inside for more yards, but that clock would have kept running. So
he knows his coach already burned one for him, so he's like, man, I got to make up for this thing.
Yeah, Colton comes from a good family. He played for me. We pulled him up as a sophomore, and his brothers played for me. So good football family over there, the Bakers.
2nd and 3. Time management, moving the chains. Montano over to the far side again, and he hooks up with the aforementioned Colton Baker again. So Dusty to Colton. They move the chains, pick up the first down. Obviously, Independence in a major prevent right now. So, Titans taking what they can get.
Yeah, smart play by the Titans. They're looking to get in field goal range at the very least right now. That would cut it to 6 points. They've got a good kicker. So they're probably looking at having to get to about the 25-yard line, which is 30 yards more, and they still have 2 timeouts left. So they've got time. If they keep giving them, Baker for 8 yards, they'll take it.
Again, looks like might be a screen play, but it's breaking down. Look out, and it's picked off. Oh, boy. And this time it's Brian Crisantos, and he goes down at the 20, and he had to be tackled by Montano and Tyson Welch. Welch in on the tackle, but a screenplay gone bad. A ball floated out there in the Badlands, and Crisantos puts the Falcons within striking distance.
And I think Montano, he saw that was covered, but, was hoping it would get open, held the ball, and, threw a pass I'm sure he regrets.
35 seconds, 1st and 10.
This is where Independence' lack of a kicking game might really hurt them, too. They got to go for the touchdown.
Borelli floats one to the deep pylon here, and it is broken up. Great play by Zachary Lopez.
Yeah, these Frontier DBs have really risen to the occasion after struggling early on. They, I want to say that's about 5 incompletions in a row that they've forced.
This Frontier crowd packed, homecoming, student section, it's loaded. Just looking for something to get behind and get excited. 2nd and 10. Ball's on the far hash. Quarterback, Borelli, looking at his options. Has Duluth in one-on-one. And it might be where he goes. Rolls to his right, floats one out there, and it is caught. Caught by Zarek Williams in traffic. Wow.
Yeah, they are saying he's short of the first down, though, so the clock is going to continue to run. They've got to hustle up to the line of scrimmage because they're out of timeouts.
First time behind center tonight, and the flag comes out from the line judge. And they are going to say a false start.
Now that this clock will roll, so they need to get up here and be ready to make a play call.
And
there it goes. They're huddled up.
They're huddled up.
They're not going to get a playoff.
And Independence calls a timeout. They had one last one to give, and Coach Shellhobble's going to have a word with them.
Yeah, boy, executing some of the times the little things. That's a play you don't often think about practicing, but ineffective practicing, then not realizing that the clock would roll as soon as the ball was set again. Really, I mean, they were in a situation there where they probably could have taken 2 shots in the end zone. Now they're going to get 1.
They thought the clock had stopped because of a penalty. Well, here we go. 6 seconds remain in the first half. It's 12-3. Independence up by 9. There's 1 field goal by Frontier, 2 touchdowns by Independence, both PATs unsuccessful. That's why the score looks like it's a field goal game. It is not. And now we have 6 seconds left. a 3rd and 7, Coach, with 6 seconds. Is that enough time to get one, angle it towards the sidelines, and if it doesn't go, you get one more shot, or 6 about it?
I don't think so. I think you got to put the ball in the end zone here. You're telling your quarterback, no matter what, throw this ball, because a sack does us nothing.
Denweed back there to block, or with all that room, maybe a screen pass to Denweed.
They got man coverage up on top.
Borelli steps out of the pocket and goes down. And after all of that, the half ends 12-3. Independence up by 9. We are going to take a good, healthy break here during halftime, and Kevin Willie will get the Frontier Marching Band for some time here. The score, again, 12-3, Independence up over Frontier. Hope you're enjoying all of this here on Kern High Network, back for the 3rd quarter.
Should we go to commercial, or should we let them do their homecoming stuff?
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile. And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile.
And I still do everything online or through the ATM. So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
There are over 100 places to get pizza in Kern County, but only 4 are good enough to be called Tony's. So what's the Tony's pizza difference? We're not giving away our secrets, but the proof is in the pizza. Tony's Spicy Mexicana, the mouth-watering Hawaiian, the award-winning Chili Verde, and so many more. Trust us, you'll find your favorite. If you want great pizza, you can play the numbers game, or you can get it right the first time. Tony's Pizza, 3 locations in Bakersfield and 1 in Shafter.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
I'm a millennial, and for me, it's all about the mobile. And I'm somewhere in between. I still do my banking online and at the ATM. And with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, Kern Schools is always close by.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County. Kern Schools, together we have something special. One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
As a millennial, for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do everything online or through an ATM. So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County.
Take advantage of our low mortgage rates, including 60-day rate lock and no cost to you. Purchase or refinance your home today.
Kern Schools, together we have something special.
It's wicked cool. It's our new aviation class. It gives kids a chance to break into the industry. There's a lot of careers in aviation. This class is a lot more than just flying planes.
We've learned so much already. We've learned how to take off. We've learned instrument flight rules. It's something everyone can do, I think.
Good. And you see, remember that horizon? Try to keep it parallel to your cockpit.
After the 2-year program, they're going to be able to take the knowledge test for their private pilot exam. I am a pilot. I've been in Bakersfield for 10 years. I worked as an instructor for 6 years and then became a corporate pilot. And I'm a teacher here. We have amazing equipment. Even flight schools don't have that much equipment.
You put a class like this somewhere at North High, and it's really preparing kids to succeed because it gives them a whole new set of opportunities they never knew that they had the chance to pursue. I'm proud to say that I'm from North High School and that we have administration that's willing to put the money into offering really, really neat programs like this and preparing kids to succeed.
A lot of more hands-on activities, a lot more about woodworking and what to do, how to make a career for myself.
It's not only for guys. I am actually learning how to make cupboards and put everything together.
The marching tights under the direction of band director Douglas Tully, with assistance from Jeff Foster, Eddie Nobert, Malcolm Nobert, Jonathan Hernandez, Sarah Tapia, Addie Gonzalez, Nancy Flores, and Mason the Man Ferris. This evening, the Marching Titans will present a portion of their 2018 production entitled Dreams Do, inspired by the poems of Hopi Anderson and Langston Hughes, and set to the musical arrangements of John Meehan. The crew will encourage you to dream big, because dreams do. Soloist in tonight's performance, Miss Madison Sutherland on clarinet. The Marching Titans are led on the field by two outstanding drum majors, David Porphyry and Nicholas Romasanta. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the sights and sounds of music in motion with the Frontier High School Marching Titans. The crew would like to thank its sponsors, Principal Vicki Thompson, Big Dinwich Cafe, Jake's Tex-Mex, Tina Marie's Downtown Cafe, Berry Petroleum, Les Schwab Tire Center, APSG Wholesale, Family Eye Care Associates, Premier Rentals, The Wonderful Company, Walmart Neighborhood Markets, Alaska Airlines, the Associated Student Body of Frontier High School, and the FHS Blue Crew Band Booster. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it again for the 2018 Frontier High School Marching Titans. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2018 Frontier Titan Homecoming. And the presentation of tonight's Homecoming Court for 2018. Our first couple, Nico Padilla and Nico Nidovar. Nica's parents are Marie and Ronaldo Padilla. Nica is a part of many clubs including the Four Dimensions, ASBL for years, Junior Volunteer at San Joaquin Hospital, Leaders in Life, Asian Heritage Club, Spanish Honor Society, Interact, Link Crew, Mecha, Key Club, History Club, Geology Club, and the American Red Cross Club. Nica would like to thank Frontier and the Titan family for giving her countless memories and introducing her to the world's greatest friends. Because of her selfless parents, she's been able to have the most unforgettable high school experience. She wants to thank them for their sacrifice. And last but not least, Nica would like to give a personal shout out to her sister Nadine for being her biggest supporter in everything she has ever done. Nico Alma Nidovar, his parents are Joseph and Normie. Nico was involved in dance club and guitar club at Frontier. Nico says his time at FHS has been a good experience. They taught him everything from important values such as discipline and hard work. He found many interesting hobbies involving dance and singing. In the future, he plans to become someone who can inspire and help others. Although he doesn't know what he wants to be, but he's trying to work hard in whatever he does. Our next couple, Hannah Alejandro and Jazz Catallo. Hannah's parents are Hector and Leah. Hannah participates in activities at Frontier such as the Asian Heritage Club, Interact Club, National Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, Link Crew, Key Club, and ASB. Hannah stated that joining the Frontier family near the end of her sophomore year was one of the best choices she's ever made. Frontier offered her so many open doors that she wouldn't be the person she is today without those opportunities, and she thanks the Titan family. Hannah would like to thank her family for moving into the district boundaries and their support. But mostly, she'd like to thank the people that make Frontier feel like home. In the future, she will strive to make a difference in the world by helping people find a place they can come home to, just like she has here at Frontier. Chaz Catallo's parents are Kim and Dario. Chaz is involved in many activities at Frontier, including ASP, Site Council, Interact, Varsity Golf, Spanish Honor Society, and National Honor Society. The last 3 years of Frontier were influential to Chaz in becoming the best he can be. The teachers and staff he got to know over these past few years have helped him not only in the classroom, but they also taught him how to be a better person. He would like to personally thank Mrs. Connolly for helping him stay on track and keep his mind on expanding his education past the high school diploma. Chaz plans on attending a four-year university and majoring in biopsychology and pursuing a career as a pediatric neurologist. Chaz stated the Frontier has been such a short part of his life so far that he does have a significant impact on his future. Our third couple, Samantha Flores and Nicholas Romasanta. Samantha's parents are Celia and Rogelio. Samantha is involved in Spanish Honor Society, Mecha, Guitar Club, Choir, Band, Pit Captain, FFA, AP, and Honors Classes, and Library Club. Samantha can say with confidence that her time at Frontier has been an unforgettable experience. The culture of helpful teachers and kind students never fails to impress her. Samantha would like to thank her friends and family for their loving and support that have helped her to get through all the craziness that is high school. Outside of her academics, Samantha's involvement in the Marching Titans as captain of the front ensemble has helped her find her passion in music. She plans to take that passion to the next level by majoring in music education at Cal State Fullerton. Nick Masanto's parents are Nina and Dennis. He is involved in many activities at Frontier, such as marching band, super band, varsity swim, Asian Heritage Club, History Club, National Honor Society, Spanish Honor Society, and Interact Club. Although crazy and eventful, Nick's time at Frontier has been great. He is thankful to be around great and supportive teachers, but most of all, he has amazing friends and family who have supported him throughout high school. He is most proud of the band and loves leading and being a part of one of the best communities on campus. Nick's future plans include saving the ever-declining population of honeybees from destruction or get a criminology degree. But either way, secure the bag and get tons of money to help save the bees, of course. Our final couple, Jacqueline Ledford and Blake Bartle. Jacqueline's parents are Kenneth and Bettina. Jacqueline's extracurricular activities are marching band, super band, wind symphony, link crew, National Honor Society, MECHA, Asian Heritage Club, Spanish Honor Society, Interact, and Key Club. Jacqueline's journey throughout high school has been nothing but remarkable. Outside of her outstanding academics, she displays leadership in various clubs. She would like to thank the marching band and can say without a doubt that she has enjoyed her past 4 years as a marching titan. She hopes to further her education by majoring in business management and pursue her passion in traveling around the world. Wholeheartedly, she would like to thank her family, friends, and all those who supported her and her business. Blake Bartle's parents are Kristen and Eric. Blake's activities and involvement at Frontier include the varsity swim team, link crew, Spanish Honor Society. He is the president of the Frontier Bowling Club, member of FCA, and is an honor roll and AP student. Blake would like to say thank you to the educators and administrators that have been at his side, helping him reach his goals and have a successful academic career. Blake is very involved within our community and can be found working as a lifeguard teaching young children how to swim or helping others learn life-saving CPR techniques. Although Blake is a stellar student, his favorite aspect of school at Frontier would have to be the friends he has made over the years. Blake is still deciding where he will be attending next fall, but hopes to study environmental science. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, your 2018 Frontier Titan Homecoming Court. And now, for the presentation of this year's Homecoming King, please congratulate Nicholas Romasanta. And now, ladies and gentlemen, your 2018 Homecoming Queen, Nico Padilla. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for your 2018 Homecoming Court and your Homecoming King and Queen, Nicholas Romasanta and Nico Padilla. And now for the announcement and winners of this year's Homecoming Float. In fourth place, the freshman class of 2022. In third place, the sophomore class of 2021. In second place, the junior class of 2020, and winners of the 2018 homecoming court, the class of 2019, the seniors. Frontier High School would like to thank Fire Trucks for donating all the royalty tuxedos, OST Trucking for donating the trucks, drivers, and trailers for our homecoming game, Sun and Express Trucking and Watts Hay Company for donating drivers for our homecoming rally earlier today, Nissan of Bakersfield for donating rousy trucks and drivers, and a thank you to the Frontier staff for donating their time and support for this year's homecoming. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, if I could have your attention, a big round of applause to our activities director, Ms. Tara Horton, for all of her hard work on this year's homecoming.
Welcome back, everybody. Vance Palm, Rich Cornford, Kevin Willey on camera. Our director-producer tonight, Miguel Garcia. A pleasure to have everybody here on Kern High Network. Hey, look at this score. It's like a field goal score, 12-3. Independence up over Frontier right now. It's homecoming. Hope you enjoyed that homecoming. I'm Vance, Rich. Hey, buddy. Before we go too far into the football game, what we just saw, we had a great chat up here right now. Tell us who we were talking to and give us a quick storyline on who our friend was we were talking to.
Yeah, Justin Cash was up here. He had played running back and DB for us 2012 football season. He graduated in 2013. Great kid. He was all area, great athlete. He's a good husband and father right now, so very proud of him. He's got another baby on the way. So great to catch up with the former Titan.
What a team that was. I remember calling that game at Bakersfield High School, and you put the ball in the big fella's hands like 18 plays in a row, and
Right.
he just crushed it down Griffith Field from end zone to end zone. What a game.
Well, that was an especially good year. We had massive offensive linemen up front, and Triton Douglas, a 225-pound running back. And so we just went right at the Drillers and were able to beat them and able to, win the league that year, and a really fun season for us.
Independence up by 9 here at the half. We're about to get this thing started again. They're on the road against a good Frontier team. Your thoughts on the first half?
Well, both offenses came out just hitting on all cylinders. Independence scored touchdowns on its first 2 drives. Frontier drove the length of the field to get down to the 3-yard line before settling on a field goal. And you thought, hey, this is going to be another shootout like Independence was in with South High earlier in the year. But both defenses made some adjustments, made it tougher on the offenses, and here we sit at 12-3.
One of the storylines tonight in the first half, Ernest Jackson, EJ goes down in the second quarter, gets up, he's limping. He is playing defense, but he's not playing offense, and that changed their offensive instantly.
Well, you saw the effect he had on the game with his downhill running style and how hard he attacks the hole with his size. I thought Clayton Kyle did a good job of attacking it, but he's about 30 or 40 pounds lighter than Jackson is. So, Frontier definitely missed that because that was its most successful play was Ernest Jackson up the middle.
If you're Coach Tyler Schillhobel, what'd you tell your Falcons in there?
I say, hey, we're real excited about the start. Real excited about how well our defense is playing. We've started to shut down Frontier's run game, but we've got to get the pass game going back. As accurate as they were in the first quarter, they've probably missed on 80% of their throws there from the second quarter on.
If you're Coach Bandy, what'd you tell your Titans? Homecoming.
Yeah, they show that they move the ball pretty well there. I think I'm going to go to Colton Baker a lot in the second half because they're playing off of him, and he's going to get you some consistent yards. Dusty Montano made a couple mistakes there. It didn't come back to haunt him, but it might have taken some points off the board on the one drive right there before the half ended.
Thank you, Coach. As we get going, want to remind everybody we have another game on Kern High Network going right now. Golden Valley at Highland. We'll get that update to you, but that's another game on the Kern High Network. Hope you enjoyed halftime. Homecoming, the senior class of 2019, the winner of the floats competition. So also like to say hi to Nick Ellis down there shooting for Kern High Network. And he is side by side with none other than the incomparable Stan Green. Stan Green down with Nick Ellis on the sidelines.
Wow, the presence of royalty.
Man, and he wears the blue Frontier colors. We'll get to the administrative efforts of the Kern High School District in the fourth quarter, and this great Achieve magazine.
Award-winning Achieve magazine.
Award-winning Achieve magazine. And on page 93, that's where all the news is being made with the great Miguel Garcia, the class of 2016, the East High Blades. I'll sign it for you, dude. I know, look, I can't sign everything all the time for everybody, but for you, I'll sign this. And I'm very happy to know that my Achieve magazine may be a bit wet. Sorry, buddy.
So nice kickoff into the end zone there to start with. And we'll see what adjustments Coach Bandy and Coach Durkin have made for the Frontier Titans. Colton Baker split to the bottom.
1st and 10. Dusty Montano stands at his own 15 in the shotgun. They stay on the ground, and it is a run. Clayton Kyle hit hard at the line of scrimmage, and I think he may have been lost a yard. It is. It's going to be 2nd and 11, so good job by that Falcon defense.
You know, most of that Falcon defense is a little bit undersized, but they are really loading the box there, making it difficult for Frontier to run.
More on this Achieve magazine the next time we get a break. Be able to talk about this. It's just beautiful, beautiful. Industry standard. 2nd and 11. Montano takes the snap. Throws it down to the near side, and it is just over the outstretched hands of Colton Baker, but a flag thrown on the play, and it was thrown right where Colton and the covering DB was on him, and they're going to say possibly, could it be on Colton?
That would surprise me. They don't usually call it on offense, but they did. I didn't really see much there, but good line judge back there. Saw a little push off.
So Colton Baker, the guilty party on that one, shoved off a little bit, and Armani Dinwiddie, when the flag came out, why I was thinking that is that he started pointing at Colton, and the ref obviously saw it as well, so now it's 2nd and 20.
Not the start Frontier wanted. They'll get 5 back, though.
Hard count. One of the Falcons jumped.
Good job using voice inflection there by Dustin Montano.
Okay, 2nd and 15. A nice strong run play. Good job out there by Clayton Kyle to gobble up a few yards, and might have gotten loose for some more, but wrapped up at the very end out there by R.V. Simpson. Nice tackle.
And Clayton Kyle is a home run hitter there. He's averaging nearly 10 yards a carry on the season, so he can pop it and take it the distance if he gets a seam. So 3rd and 10 here. We've seen Frontier have some success with some rollout passes in these down and distances. See if we get another one here.
Back to the original line of scrimmage. Montano looking for some protection. Gets it, has time. Fires one out here to the near side. Beautiful route, beautiful catch. And that's a big first down. Again, they were able to do it. Colton Baker, great pass. Wow.
Yeah, great route. Really suckered the DB into that and threw on time. Again, they max protected there. Just a 2-receiver route. And Baker was able to break that to the outside and gain separation from the DB.
Wow. All of a sudden, 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. Nice run play here to this near side. A good, strong run out there by Caden Hernandez. He's had to carry some of the load tonight. And
yeah, and we see that Ernest Jackson does not have his football gear on anymore. I know he missed last week, and he'll miss the rest of this one. Caden Hernandez is the future in the backfield for Frontier. He's just a sophomore. He'll get most of the carries probably here in the second half.
He's met quickly. Nothing doing there. The Falcons wrap him up. And I think that's R.V. Simpson again. No, this time it was Nate Enriquez. So Kevin, I don't know if you can get a shot of Ernest down there to your right, just right about the 40-yard line in his sweatpants right there.
Yeah, Luis Alvarez is described as a force by Coach Schilhalbel. And we definitely saw it there. That was a great defensive play, good tackle.
So, breaking story, Ernest Jackson not going to play the second half. How about this? Montano to his right, throws across his body, and it is caught. Oh, my goodness, what a catch. Caden Hudson stopped at the 13-yard line. An incredible cross throw. I thought it was going to get picked off for a second, but it ends up in the hands of Caden Hudson and the junior wide receiver. What a catch, what focus.
Yeah, and great job keeping that play alive by Montano. Finding the open receiver and working with Hudson to make a huge play on a 3rd and 5.
Talk about a signature play in this third quarter. The use of the body, the hands. Wow. Montano. They stretch it off to the right side, cuts back in the middle. Flag on the play. It's Clayton Kyle on the carry, but flags fly. And this one from the white hat himself quickly calls a holding call, and it will come back.
Yeah, and that was a stretch play. Outside zone there. Kyle made a good cut. But hold right there where the hole occurred.
The ball's right between the hash marks, middle of the field at the 23-yard line. The score is 12-3, Independence up. And right now, they're on their heels as this Frontier Titan offense has come out swinging here in the third quarter.
All right, we've seen Frontier make up some ground on their penalty earlier. Again, this is where they got some separation there with Colton Baker playing about 8 yards off of him.
Yeah, they are. Montano wants to go back, and they do go back. It's to Jaden Smith. Oh, goodness.
Boy, we saw that same screen work in the first half for him. Just slipped through Jaden Smith's hands there. Boy, you'll want that one back. Good call by Coach Durkin.
Remains 2nd and 20. Just as a fan sitting here watching this game, boy, you got to think Frontier they have got to get in the end zone right now.
Yeah, they've got to get this into a one-score game situation here, and they were down here before and threw an interception with about 2 minutes left in the half.
Montano rolls to his right, floats it out here, and that is almost picked off with one hand, but broken up out there by Duluth. Sticks his hand up there, knocks it down, and the Titans are staring at a 3rd and 20.
Yeah, and Vance, you used the term float. I think that's where Dusty gets in trouble when he tries to touch a ball in there. When he throws it on a line, he looks fantastic.
You're right.
That was really dangerous. They're fortunate to get another play here. They're probably right on the edge of their field goal kicker's range right now with it being about a 40-yarder. Nobody's covering the second receiver right there.
Oh, he overthrows him. He overthrows him, and also Colton Baker standing out in no man's land with his hands up saying, I'm right here.
Yeah, they had one DB for the two receivers, maybe the two best receivers on the field over there, and just missed him. Looks like they're going to go for it here. I guess maybe it is a little out of his range.
Yeah, Coach Bandy, a little exacerbated.
We did have a kicker here back in my day named Matt Darr where this was well within his range.
Yeah, they're
All-American for us, kicked a couple 53-yarders, and obviously a great punter, University of Tennessee and the Miami Dolphins.
That scoreboard wouldn't be safe from this distance. Big 4th down. Montano throws this one to the corner, and flags fly right here, and I think Montano took a late hit. I think he was. They roughed the quarterback.
Boy, that is a huge break for Frontier and a huge mistake for Independence.
Yeah, and the defense all getting together over there to talk about it. And I believe, based on who was in the vicinity and his reaction, it might have been Kevin Cadillo, and if it's not him, I apologize, but he was the closest. And then he went back to his defenders and said, nah. But the official right there calls it on top of it. 1st down, Frontier. Wow.
Yeah, game-changing penalty right there. Boy, Independence looked like they had to stop, and now they give them new life. Boy, usually you live to regret those.
Montano, they hand off. Some big-time contact. Big penetration by Nate Enriquez and Luis Alvarez.
Yeah, that Luis Alvarez, man, he is a force. 6'2", 210.
Junior.
I think I'd run away from him.
Well, the thing is, they've got Enriquez in there, too. Had 2 Falcons about 3 yards in the backfield.
So 2nd and long for Frontier now. Situation they've been in all too often, but they've found different ways to convert.
2nd and 10, Montano. Play action, has it himself. Throws. This one is just what you said, Coach. Threw it on a rope. That was absolutely beautiful. Beautiful. Touchdown pass. Jaden Hudson pulls it in. Montano just zipped it to the corner. When he bootlegs and rolls to his right, man, he is super dangerous. Touchdown, Frontier.
Yeah, great dive by the Titans, and it kept alive by that roughing the passer penalty where Independence could have got off the field. And, you'll be watching film with these kids saying, guys, we've got to be more disciplined.
Okay, well, here comes an important PAT. It's up and it's good. So that's an important one because now it makes it 12-10. Independence still up 2. We'll take a short break here in Kern High Network. This thing's getting rolling now.
California's largest Buick GMC dealer, Motor City, has the best offer on your new professional-grade GMC Sierra. Get up to $7,500 in total savings on the Sierra 2500 or 3500 HD Crew Cab Denali. Or drive away the Sierra half-ton Crew Cab SLT with up to $11,000 in savings. Go online to MotorCityGMC.com for all the details. Welcome to the city, Motor City.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile. And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Well, we're back on the air. I wanted to wait 15 more seconds so I could hear the Frontier Titan Marching Band under the direction of Doug Kelly do some Earth, Wind, and Fire's version of the Beatles. Got to get you into my life.
Doug is the best, man. He's a great guy to work with, does a great job with that Frontier Band program.
How about this? A 12-10 football game, a short kick, and it's handled by Xavier Ramirez. Hey, Coach, that PAT was important.
Yes, it was. We got us a ball game. Independence is, scored 2 touchdowns on their first 2 possessions. Their last 4 have not gone much of anywhere. So they've got to get things straightened out here.
Sergio Borelli's had a pretty good game. His supporting cast, very good game. Malik Duluth, Trey Shorter, Armani Denweed. Denweed with the carry to start this drive off. And it's a good, strong 7-yard run to start things off for the Falcons on this drive.
And I do think for Independence to be successful, they've got to be balanced on offense. They've got to be able to mix in that run with the pass. Great run. You love getting 7 yards on first down because now you can really open up the playbook.
Our cameraman, Kevin Willie, a West High Viking. Our director, producer, an East High Blade. I'm an Arvin Bear. Coach Cornford, a Beach guy.
Lompoc Brave.
2nd and 3. An attempt to run it right here on this right hash.
It'll be about a yard or so short.
And Coach, I was just going to ask, where's Garibay, because he was, a heavy influence in the first quarter, but for all of the second quarter and most of this third quarter, we hadn't called his name yet, and he's back in, Jacob Garibay.
Yeah, another guy in there that finished the first half strong, Meyer Simmons. He leads this team in sacks and had a big sack at the end of the first half for the Titans.
3rd and 2. Garibay carries it past the 50-yard line into Independence territory. First down for the Falcons. I like this Falcon football team.
Yeah, like I said, they're coming off a 7-4 season, but brand new coach, young coach. Wasn't sure what to expect from this year, but winning their first 2 games and then playing a really good Arroyo Grande team tough. Arroyo Grande ended up beating them 28-14, but it was a really good ball game, and I think that says a lot about how far this Independence program has come.
They lead by 2 with a little over 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. It's a pass play to the far side. Flags everywhere. Flags in the middle of the field. Flags on the sidelines. And this top-notch officiating crew has really done a great job in this game. It hasn't been a heavy flag game, and it's oh, boy.
So second time we've seen them called for that. That's what they were called for the first play of the game. Frontier secondary looks like it's definitely settled down here. They're not the windows that we saw early on to throw through. So good adjustments made by Kenny Haslip and that Titans coaching staff.
So they replay first down. The white hat, Baines Bank, runs a tight ship. Denweed dodges one big tackler, which would have been Austin Mahan. Boy, that would have been a collision. But after that, he ran into a bunch of more Titans. And I'll tell you what, Zachary Lopez. I mean, we have United States Army to thank, of course, and we'll get to more on the U.S. Army and their involvement here. Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, of course, thank you. Motor City, thank you. We're loving the Motor City Minute. And Tony's Pizza. Someone's going to be named Tony's Pizza Player of the Game tonight. And it's anybody's up for grab right now.
A lot of man coverage played here by Frontier. Boy.
In trouble, and he goes down. Borelli couldn't find anything. The ends were sealed by the Frontier defense.
Yeah, and you see Sergio Borelli, who's usually one of the more mobile guys around.
Couldn't get around.
Yeah, he certainly does not have his legs under him. Like I said, he got dinged up last week and missed most of the Stockdale game, which was probably the major reason they were upset there. And he's not nearly as mobile as he used to be. And Frontier's, I think, taking advantage of that, going man coverage and sending some pressure at him.
Borelli on a 3rd and 17. The ball is at the 43-yard line. Receivers split out on both sides. Borelli looks quickly across the middle and never saw it coming. Malik Duluth didn't even really know the ball was in his vicinity. And how about this Titan defense? They want the football back, and they're going to get it.
Well, if I'm Independence, with that coverage, I think I might send my back out of the backfield and try and get him matched up on one of the Frontier linebackers. We haven't seen him do that yet, but that's sometimes a solution to when teams are pressing your receivers and they can't get open. All right, adventures in punting.
Perfect snap. Takes a bounce at about the 29 and goes down about the 25.
And I think they'll take that after their previous experiences.
So we have a bit of a momentum shift, a bit of a mojo change here. It's back in the hands of the homeschool Frontier Titans and homecoming. And Independence has experienced a bit of a stall in their progress. So a 12-10 ball game with 3.5 to go in the third quarter. Titans trail by 2, but now they have the football.
Yeah, and just a total reversal from an offensive standpoint. Independence offense was just clicking with their passing game early on, and they can't buy a completion here lately. Might have too many men on the field is what I'm guessing here. Yep, Independence has 12 on defense. Works in Canada, but not so well in Bakersfield.
Hey, as one of my all-time great mentors, Terry Hallam, nicknamed the Claw, used to tell us all, it's a great move if you get away with it. But they got busted. And now more confusion. If they don't get this play off, Coach Bandy
making an adjustment, something that they saw there, relayed in. Just now starting the clock in the back there.
Oh, just get snapped in time. And after all of that, a big, huge tackle by Alvarez. He gets in there again. And the confusion between the quarterback and the receivers and the coaching staff over there was on full display. And Coach Bandy now, adamant, wants his quarterback right next to him so he can speak to him from 1 inch away. Not thrilled with that first play from the line of scrimmage. They barely got the call off, Coach.
Right, they were fortunate to do that. And boy, Alvarez, he's just a matchup problem. He comes off that edge hard. He's got size and speed, and he is an aggressive kid. He's not out there to make friends, I'll tell you that.
Early Tony's Pizza Flare gets shot across the bow for Alvarez, and now we have movement, I believe. That's going to be movement on Frontier.
Yeah,
oh, boy.
Caden Shelton flinched a little bit there, and they nabbed him for it.
So just as we were talking about the mojo switch and the momentum change into the hands of Frontier, they stubbed their toe a couple of times, and just like that, it's second and forever.
Yeah, but you know, the last drive was kind of like this too. They had 2 2nd and 20s, and they ended up converting on them, once with regular plays, but once with the roughing the passer. So Independence has to prove that they can get Frontier off the field.
2nd and 17, exactly, not forever. Pass play, he gets rid of it, launches it, throws it out, and it's picked off again. That ball was up there way too long, and this could be real trouble for Frontier. Does he get in? He steps out of bounds, and that's Trey Shorter. And
we got a flag out there late, too.
Oh, that's Sean Warren. Sean Warren picked it off, and a flag after the interception. It may have been a bit of taunting or a bit of talking or a bit of something extra because it didn't look like anything was wrong with the hit. Let's check this out. Oh, okay. A block in the back from one of his other defenders, but ouch.
Yeah. I mean, for Independence, yards have been hard to come by here recently, and to lose 10 more on that is tough. But, boy, they got great field position. They really need to take advantage of it.
Okay, 1st and 10, far hash, away from us on the left side of the football field. Fumble. Oh, wow. Borelli, I think, was taken off before the football got in his hands. He was making a move, and that ball bobbled around and hit the ground, lost 3 yards.
And we just can't stress enough that the change in momentum for this Frontier defense. All the breaks are going their way. They're creating them. And, Independence offense can't get out of its own way right now.
2nd and 13, Sergio Borelli, senior quarterback, on the hash, takes a look, floats one way out here to the corner. It's up, and it is a penalty flag. And nobody on the Frontier side is going to agree with that, but Malik Duluth was the intended receiver. Coach Bandy wants an explanation. Who hit him? Who did what?
Yeah, the coverage was tight there. The ball was slightly underthrown. We saw Malik Duluth go up and catch that earlier in the first half for a touchdown, but this time he was able to draw the pass interference penalty.
And, Coach, from the far hash to the opposite pylon, that's a long, long toss. That's literally about a 45-yarder from start to finish when you think of the real distance.
Yeah, and I think you saw Duluth had a speed advantage on the cornerback there, but it was a very long throw.
All right, 1st and 10. Duluth comes around the back in motion, takes the handoff, and gets about 5 yards.
So positive play for the Independence offense there. They've run the ball decently here, and maybe that's going to need to be the MO to try and just grind it in there. They don't have the biggest backs in the world. Well, you know who they just put in the backfield, though? Luis Alvarez.
Alvarez comes in to block, but it's Denweed around the other side. Denweed hit hard at the 10-yard line. Alvarez went out. He ran through the gap to block, and he ran over his own player, Nate Enriquez.
If you're going to put him in there, he's going to hit somebody.
He ran right through the middle and saw the first thing he could hit was his own teammate. Enriquez went down and said, dude, not me.
So Independence has had its share of kicking woes here. And what should be chip shot field goal range may not be for them.
3rd and 5, Coach.
Might be 4-down territory, so see what they call here.
Borelli, they give it to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie cuts back, and he's met behind the line of scrimmage, and he's thrown for a fumble. They're going to say he's down.
Boy, late whistle, though. I definitely thought he was down. Great tackle there by Austin Mahan and working to get the ball loose. Now what's Coach Schilhaubel going to do here on 4th and about 6? And
we'll find out next quarter. The last quarter, it's 12-10. Independence up by 2 over Frontier. Hope you're enjoying this on Kern High Network. Back right after this.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile. And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools. Together, we have something special.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile.
And I still do everything online or through the ATM. So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools. Together, we have something special.
There are over 100 places to get pizza in Kern County, but only 4 are good enough to be called Tony's. So what's the Tony's Pizza difference? We're not giving away our secrets, but the proof is in the pizza. Tony's Spicy Mexicana, the mouth-watering Hawaiian, the award-winning Chili Verde, and so many more. Trust us, you'll find your favorite. If you want great pizza, you can play the numbers game, or you can get it right the first time. Tony's Pizza, 3 locations in Bakersfield and 1 in Shafter.
4th and 6 to start this 4th quarter. Independence up 2, trying to make it more. Borelli wants to throw, floats it to the corner, has his man open, touchdown. And that was a lot of Malik Duluth, but also some Frontier defenders that got turned around. Touchdown, Independence.
And Malik Duluth will do that to you with as quick and speedy as he is. Now they're, again, going to kick the extra point here. Frontier blocked the last one that they tried to kick.
The score is 18-10 as it stands.
So this point is critical.
Rodriguez, it's up, and it is good. So it's a 19-10 two-score game right now. Independence is up. I want to take just a brief moment to thank everyone that's made this possible for us to be live streaming Kern High School athletics and other fine art events. First of all, let's start with the superintendent, Brian Schaefer, the deputy superintendent, Scott Cole, the associate superintendent, Brenda Lewis, Associate Superintendent Dean McGee, and Associate Superintendent Mike Zolfa. The Board of Trustees, Philip Peters is our president, J. Brian Beatty is the vice president, Joey O'Connell is the clerk, Jeff Flores, clerk pro tem, and Mike Williams the member. And a special thank you to the Director of School Support Services for the Kern High School District, Stan Green. Stan here tonight watching the game, soaking it all in. Thank you, Stan. Appreciate everything that you and your team have done. Beautiful picture of the whole crew there in Achieve Magazine. If you don't have your Achieve Magazine, come on now. You better get it. Already winning awards. It hasn't even been out for, well, it's been out about a year, and it already has won the PRSA Image Award. And on the cover for the latest edition, Daniel Viveros, the Liberty High School state champion shot putter. Absolutely fantastic piece of literature that you have to have with you. I open the page, and what do I get? Kyle Wiley at Golden Valley. There's Kyle. That's got to be Liberty if I see Libby Allen. Here's the kickoff taken at the 1-yard line. Oh, big blocks, and he slips and loses his footing. But Grant Lee.
Yeah, Grant Lee on the return, but Clayton Kyle with a great block. You love to see the return guy who didn't get the ball put that much effort into it. Great job by Kyle to throw an outstanding block there.
Okay, we're in the fourth quarter now. Just started the fourth quarter. And Frontier has the football at their own 29-yard line. Welcome if you're just getting with us. If you've come from the other game, where Highland's taking care of business, and you are now at this game, it is 19-10, Independence. A run play to start this fourth quarter, and it's a strong running play by Caden Hernandez. We've talked about him tonight. He's going to get a load of carries with Ernest Jackson out of his pads and watching the game. EJ was dinged up in the first quarter, and it's played a role in the storyline for the Frontier Titans tonight.
Yeah, the officials talking to the Independence huddle there about everybody keeping their cool. Sending a kid off for play. I don't know if they've replaced him. Yeah, it looks like they got 11.
2nd and 1. They stay on the ground, and it's a nice, strong run again by Caden Hernandez. The young sophomore just covers up that ball, lowers his head, and says, who wants me? Here I am.
Well, you see the Frontier offensive line led by Noah Pasha and Jonathan Surinsky opening some big holes right now. Frontier's been known for having some big offensive linemen in the day, some big corn-fed boys.
Cornford boys. Isaac Montoya, another one of the linemen there. 1st and 10. 2 great plays to start this drive for the Titans. Now it's Montano rolling to his left, throws across his body, has a man on it. Is it caught? If they give it to him, that's a fantastic pass. Oh, what a throw by Montano, and the patience and the vision for Jaden Hudson to hang in there and make that catch and know how much space he had left.
Yeah, and I think Colton Baker was probably the primary receiver, and he fell down. So good job by Montano of getting that ball out there, and a big gain for the Titans.
Boy, Rich, that's a nice pass. That is a nice toss right there. Across the body, 37 yards. Bam. 1st and 10. Here come the Titans. Swallowed up at the line of scrimmage is Caden Hernandez.
Kevin Caudillo plugging up that middle. He's a big kid playing both sides of the ball. He's been a force all night long. He looks like he's the biggest guy out there right now.
Hope you're enjoying this tonight. We're coming at you. Have a lot in store. Volleyball, basketball, wrestling. 2nd and 10. Drops back, throws it. Oh,
wow.
One-handed grab, a touchdown by Caden Shelton.
Yeah.
That's a Motor City minute right there.
Caden Shelton, nice grab right in the seam. Good ball by Dusty Montano, but an even better catch.
The speedster, Miguel Garcia, up here said, that big, tall guy made that catch? What a snag, a one-hander. And Mrs. Shelton below us with the big Caden face. That is awesome. She's got the stick with the fat head picture of her son. And here's the PAT. It's up and it's through. 19-17. A big touchdown.
Couple big throws there by Dusty Montano on that drive. Great catch there. One of the best you'll see all year, I'm sure.
And just like that, the Titans back in this thing after Independence scored that touchdown, and they did it with such confidence. And another, a great grab by Malik Duluth. It's, man, these guys just keep doing it. But then Frontier comes back. Run. Long pass to the left. Touchdown pass right down the seam. And it's back to a 2-point ball game, 19-17.
And we've seen Frontier come back before. Last year, I know they did it a couple times. They had a really good comeback against Centennial in the fourth quarter. They had a good comeback versus Ridgeview. So this is something I think they've got a good conditioning program, a great weight program over at Frontier. And, I got to add that, one of the best equipment guy trainers around, and Kevin Ross, who just does an outstanding job for this program, and he was just great to work with.
Oh, it's so crucial. It's just really super important. Okay, so Independence leads by 2. They're about to get the football back here with 9:50 remaining in the fourth quarter. Boy, I can't get over that great grab by Caden Shelton, the senior. You kept talking about it, you kept talking about it, you kept talking about it, and then boom, it happens. Low kick, taken at the 17-yard line. But to cover up that football, strong run by Jaden Harris Irvin. Again, thank you to the United States Army. All of these students from the Kern High School District are able to visit with the United States Army as they come through the turnstiles, they come through the gates. They were at the volleyball game the other night. They are so deeply engaged in the process here, the Kern High School District, in preparing these students and the student athletes. Thank you, United States Army. Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, a name synonymous with education in our community and certainly with the high school district. Thank you, Kern Schools Federal Credit Union. It's a run play to start this drive. Duluth out to the far right side. Finally brought down from behind by Austin Mahan. We want to also thank Motor City. We have the Motor City Minute. Everybody's proud of the Motor City Minute. It's a pretty cool deal. I like it as well. We've seen some stuff tonight that will go in the Motor City Minute, and then tonight we have to make one of the tougher decisions. The Tony's Pizza Player of the Game. And right now, Kevin Willie, he's pondering his selection. Coach Cornford gets that 1 extra percent of the 100%. I get 33. Coach Cornford's got to get that 1 more percent in there, and there's a guy looking to do it. Meyer Simmons.
Yeah, Meyer's been a force there inside. We've seen him make a couple big plays. He's their top pass rusher in there. Now, boy, critical third down here for Independence. They want to definitely keep that Frontier offense off the field. Grind some clock out.
Yeah, how about this? It's already 3rd and 5. That didn't take long. 2 running backs back there with Montano. Has 1 on each hip. Will 1 go in motion? They do not. Yeah, there's movement. One thing I've noticed about the snaps for Independence, there's almost like a millisecond delay in the release of the football, and I think this time it finally caught up with them. 5-yard penalty, moves it back. That's a bummer for Independence.
Big difference between 3rd and 11, 3rd and 6. All right, Independence coming out, spreading the field out with their pistol, trips to one side. Frontier looks like they're playing zone.
Montano comes back, wants to fire one across the middle, does, leads it up there, and it is caught, and they got it again to Malik Duluth. He double coverage. There are 2 Titans on him, but the way they work it is that Borelli throws it up there, and Duluth goes and gets it.
He's got a great nose for the football there, and Borelli knows that that's his go-to guy, and if he puts it anywhere close, he's got a great chance of catching it.
Oh, goodness.
That was a big conversion right there because the momentum had certainly shifted, and with this crowd behind the Titans, that would have been tough to stop them.
3rd and 11, and they pick up a big first down. They're already at the 34-yard line of Frontier. Now they go to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie makes a couple of big moves, a couple of big spins, and that's a big-time run right there. I think he might have picked up a first down there as well. They do. They move the chains on a first down. So in 2 plays, Independence has gobbled up 50 yards.
All right, Independence now approaching the red zone. See if that Frontier defense can buckle down. You know, they had a lot of success playing a lot of man earlier. Looks like man at the bottom of the screen, and looks like top 2.
They stay on the ground with it, and Frontier's not having it. They put it in the hands of Jaden Harris Irvin. Haven't really said his name until the kickoff return. Now all of a sudden he's getting the ball handed to him.
So Independence trying to stay as balanced as possible. You know, a touchdown here makes it really tough on the Titans, and I'm sure Coach Schellhalbel understands that. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 4-down territory.
Zarek Williams, number 10 in the slot in the backfield, but it's going to be a pass play. He throws it. It's going to be a touchdown. Oh, boy. Another beautiful pass and another big-time catch by Malik Duluth. And he has had an unbelievable night tonight. I guess the combination between Borelli and Duluth, and he was behind two Frontier defenders quickly.
Really
all
good job
by himself.
Yeah, by Borelli of selling that play action fake, which I think what helped him get open.
That's right, Coach.
Big extra point again, trying to get it to 9.
And a timeout is called. Or a flag on the play. Okay, sorry, flag on the play. And do they want it?
So they did this last time, and the last one got blocked. And part of the problem is you move the ball up 1.5 yards, but he only moved the tee up 6 inches. So there's that slight difference in how far the snapper is snapping it, and you see the lineman trying to adjust to it.
Ryan Rodriguez, there's the snap, there's the kick. It's up, and it's good.
That was the best snap, hold, kick we've seen all night by them.
And it is now a 9-pointer, 26-17. We'll step away for just a second. Not too long, though. Kern High Network, we've got a football game going here with 6:24 left.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile. And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile.
And I still do everything online or through the ATM. So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
There are over 100 places to get pizza in Kern County, but only 4 are good enough to be called Tony's. So what's the Tony's Pizza difference? We're not giving away our secrets, but the proof is in the pizza. Tony's Spicy Mexicana, the mouth-watering Hawaiian, the award-winning Chili Verde, and so many more. Trust us, you'll find your favorite. If you want great pizza, you can play the numbers game, or you can get it right the first time. Tony's Pizza, 3 locations in Bakersfield and 1 in Shafter.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker.
Kickoff. 35-yard line. Nice run back there by Clayton Kyle. Okay, let's set the stage. 6:16 remains in the fourth quarter. It is a 9-point game. 26-17, Independence up. And that important PAT that Coach Cornford just described as the best exchange between snapper, holder, and kicker of the evening was an important one. And now Frontier, a little over 6 minutes to make something happen here twice. Montano drops straight back, realizes he has to make up some yardage, and he finds Jaden Smith. Smith taken down at the 25-yard line. A quick strike, and it's exactly what the doctor ordered for Frontier. A lot of yardage quickly.
Yeah, they're going after those seams. They're in a Independence in a cover 3, and it's vulnerable to you send those 2 guys right down each hash mark. That's the same play they scored on earlier by hitting the tight end. Now they hit the wing back on the other side there. Good call by Coach Durkin.
It only took 10 seconds.
Yeah, I think their last drive only took about 1:45, so they can score quick.
Montano has one back with him. That's Hernandez. He wants to throw. This time he comes to this side, and it is caught, and it's fumbled. Do they give it to him? Oh, they say incomplete all the way around. Ooh, boy.
Wow.
It was caught out there by Jaden Smith. Took a big hit, a big pop. Thought he had it and then dropped it. Would have been good news for Frontier either way because Clayton Kyle was right there to scoop it up, but they say incomplete. Boy, he got hit hard. That ball was up there a long time.
Yeah, it looks like he's still feeling the effects of that on his rib cage. But tough kid, he's staying in there. He understands how important this game is. You want to go into league with a 3-2 record. Both teams battling for that.
2nd and 10. Montano again throws quickly, finds his guy. Oh, this time it is dropped. And it looked as though Shelton could have hung on, but that's just me.
Well, what you're seeing here, they go back to the seams, and they had them open over there. I think Independence needs to do a better job of jamming the tight end at the line of scrimmage. You cannot – he's got some serious speed there. You can't give him that easy of a release. You got to give your free safety some help over there. Collision those number 2 receivers on each side. Throw the timing off.
Well, now, just like that, it's 3rd and 10. After a long strike on the first play, it's 3rd and 10 from the 26. Montano now has to throw again. He's flushed out of the pocket, throws, and it's caught for a first down. No flags anywhere. And Baker comes down with a big, big catch. Hey, kudos to that offensive line. They gave Montano just enough time. It's all he needed to get that over for a big first down.
Yeah, and that's got to be Baker's 6th or 7th catch of this game. So, Frontier's got a nice set of receivers over here, and Montano's able to spread the ball around. Difficult to defend when people have more than one really good target.
Wow, the homecoming crowd. Some of this crowd's standing up now. They're on their feet. This is a big, big moment here. 1st and goal from the 8. They trail by 9. Montano, hard count, nobody jumps. He drops straight back, throws out to the far side, and it's going to be a touchdown. It was a quick touchdown to Caden Hernandez. Frontier gets in.
Second drive in a row, they scored in less than 2 minutes.
What's so hard about that, Coach? What's the big deal?
Yeah, Caden Hernandez, the sophomore, got open in the flat. I think they had Caden Shelton, too. He ran a slant route with his size. I thought they had him open, too. So, great response by the Titans.
Okay. Again, each PAT, because of the way this game has gone, is super important. It's 26-23 right now. The snap, the hold, the kick, and that is a beauty. So it's 26-24, back to a 2-point game. Interesting to see an offense, either team, not even specifically this game. It happens a lot. You see an offense that just sputters. They're not doing things. Things aren't happening. And then bam, 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 touchdown. And then you'll see the other team. It looks like they've got it all together. And then they go into a stall for 2 or 3 or 4 series. They lose their momentum. Boy, this thing just shifts so quickly, doesn't it?
Yeah, we saw Frontier was held to 3 points in the first half.
Yeah.
They had moved the ball decently, but now their explosive plays are just coming one after another. I think they're starting to pick apart that cover 3 a little bit. It'll be interesting. Independence has shown some explosiveness, but that you look in their backfield, they don't have the biggest backs in the world, and when you're trying to grind out some first downs and run some clock, they're not an offense that's really suited to do that. So that being the case, I think they've got to stay aggressive and try and put another touchdown on the board here. Frontier's done a good job of keeping the ball away from Malik Duluth on kickoffs.
That's the voice of Rich Cornford, my partner. Started this program, head coach here. Extremely high level of success here and at West High School. He's now at Ridgeview. Hey, head coach of the Ridgeview Frost Off.
Yeah.
How'd it go last night?
We got beat by Clovis North. Old Tim Simons, I don't know if you remember him, but he was the head coach at Clovis for a really long time. And then won multiple volleyball championships, but he runs a good program over there, beat us.
Ball's taken by Dinweed on the run. Oh, my goodness, on the run. Now he cuts back across the grain. Can he be caught? Will he be caught? And a flag. I think they're going to say a horse collar after everything.
Might have been a face mask there, but
one
wow.
of the two. Oh, man.
Other than Duluth touching the ball, Dinweed was the guy you least wanted to have it, and it bounced right into his hands.
Well, it got into the middle interior part of the return team, and it was still loose, hadn't been touched yet. Then it takes one of those perfect football bounces right up into the hands of all people, Armani Dinweed. He's off to the races and a face mask call. Can you believe this? If you're a Frontier Titan fan, you're thinking, what?
It's like riding a yo-yo right now.
Man, oh, man.
The momentum just keeps going up and down and up and down.
So they did not want to kick it deep to Malik Duluth, but the one hopper right into the hands of Dinweed certainly paid its dividends for Independence. Now it's an option pitch out to Duluth. Duluth tries to get in, and a big tackle, and they ripped his helmet off.
And a flag did come out on that. Duluth, does he know where his helmet is?
And we have a player down for the Titans. So we will take a break. The score is 26-24, 4:46 remaining in the fourth quarter. An exciting finish is promised by us. Back in a moment on Kern High Network.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile. And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile.
And I still do everything online or through the ATM. So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
There are over 100 places to get pizza in Kern County, but only 4 are good enough to be called Tony's. So what's the Tony's pizza difference? We're not giving away our secrets, but the proof is in the pizza. Tony's Spicy Mexicana, the mouth-watering Hawaiian, the award-winning Chili Verde, and so many more. Trust us, you'll find your favorite. If you want great pizza, you can play the numbers game, or you can get it right the first time. Tony's Pizza, 3 locations in Bakersfield and 1 in Shafter.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
I'm a millennial, and for me, it's all about the mobile. And I'm somewhere in between. I still do my banking online and at the ATM. And with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, Kern Schools is always close by.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County. Kern Schools, together we have something special. One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
As a millennial, for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do everything online or through an ATM. So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County.
Take advantage of our low mortgage rates, including 60-day rate lock and no cost to you. Purchase or refinance your home today.
Kern Schools, together we have something special.
It's wicked cool. It's our new aviation class. It gives kids a chance to break into the industry. There's a lot of careers in aviation. This class is a lot more than just flying planes.
We've learned so much already. We've learned how to take off. We've learned instrument flight rules. It's something everyone can do, I think.
Well, we're back after the break, everybody, and Clayton Kyle was down for quite some time, and he was being looked at by everybody, the Independence training staff, the Frontier training staff, and he was down for a long, long time. Mom ran across the field, got over there, and she was able to be right there when he was helped back up on his feet. And
glad he's able to walk off here. That's a really encouraging sign.
5'9", 160-pound senior, a very important part of this football team. So,
all right, that's another blow right now to the Frontier secondary, who is already down 2 starters entering the game.
Okay, here we go. A run play to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie, look at him go to work. Oh, man, Armani Dinwiddie, a hop and a skip and touchdown Independence. So an onside, I wouldn't say onside kick, but a low squib that takes a perfect bounce into the hands of Armani Dinwiddie. And after a good 4-minute break, they come back and score quickly. You've heard me say it already. Important PATs, though that was almost blocked and it goes through. So we'll stay here since we were away for a few minutes. We'll stay here. 4:32 left in this football game. It is back to a 9-point differential, 33-24, Independence up. What a nice football game.
Yeah, a lot of fun to watch. Very exciting as both sides punch and counterpunch each other. And, you know, Frontier's taken about a minute and 25 seconds to score each of their last 2 touchdowns, so they're certainly not out of it right now. They've got a good kicker that's probably got close to a 40-yard range, so they're 9 points down. They're thinking 2 scores. Good kickoff return would be nice here. You know, Clayton Kyle, we had bragged about him on that last kickoff return with his blocking. He's a heck of a returner too. But Frontier's going to need a new return guy probably back there to replace Kyle, who's got his pads off right now.
Thank you to the United States Army. Wow, what do you say about a partner that is so entrenched in what we're trying to do with our Kern High School students? Thank you, United States Army. They're just getting started with us. The Kern High Network just starting with this great relationship with the U.S. Army. Thank you. Kern Schools Federal Credit Union. I'm a member, so I'm not just a spokesperson. I'm a member. Love Kern Schools Federal Credit Union. Thank you.
So is the Cornford family.
Hey, you know what? You're giving me some ideas now, Rich. Want to thank Motor City. Wow, what a phenomenal entity in Kern County Motor City is. And thank you, of course, to Tony's Pizza. We're a long ways away from deciding that. 4.5 minutes. And here comes a big return for the Titans. And again, it is Grant Lee. Grant Lee's done some damage on kickoff returns. And there's a flag way back at the 27-yard line, and it's going to be a holding call on Frontier. So another ouch moment, as they thought they were going to have it way up near midfield. They will not. So even further to go, and they trail by 9. So they have to strike quick again twice.
They've shown the ability to do that, you know, and watch for Caden Shelton. You know, his size-speed ratio is tremendous, and he's a tough mismatch for whoever Independence puts on him. Looks like Independence is going to come out with 2 safeties now. They've been playing cover 3, so a little change from them as they don't have to worry as much about the run.
Dustin Montaño's had a nice football game tonight. Starts off throwing this one and almost caught, but threw behind Caden Shelton. He took a pop to the back, incomplete.
So you see already the adjustment pays off there as Frontier tries to go to the seam route again, and they've got a DB right there to knock the ball loose from Caden Shelton. Frontier doesn't have to hit home runs. They can hit singles and doubles here, work their way down the field. They've still got all 3 of their timeouts left. So, you know, 2 scores down. You do have to be in a bit of a hurry, but you don't have to just go deep every time.
2nd and 10. 4:18 remains in the fourth quarter. Pass play. That's at least a long single, a single off the wall, an 8-yard out to the far side, and the clock stops. Great job.
Yeah, good job by the senior Colton Baker getting out of bounds, stopping that clock. I mean, that's got to be about his 10th catch. I'm trying to think what the record here at Frontier is. I want to say Jacob Adelman probably has it, or B.J. Nard, 2 guys that were great receivers back here.
I remember those names.
Yeah, B.J. went on, had a great career at Cal Poly, and Jacob Adelman is playing over in Germany now.
3rd and 1, got to have it, and they do. They throw it up to the big fella. Flag on the play. Shelton able to come down with it.
Oh, they're calling. This is the 3rd time we've seen an eligible receiver down the field in this game. Boy, critical situation.
And Coach Bandy looking for a little bit more of an explanation from these officials, and the white hat meeting with his guys, and
they're giving him a loss of down. Not exactly sure what that call was. I couldn't read Baines' lips. That's a critical call there.
Oh my gosh!
The 5 yards and the
well, I don't know what I don't know what the call is, and Titan Tom Myers hasn't said it either. So a crucial penalty goes kind of uncalled. Look at this. Oh man, he had him too. Caden Shelton had gotten beyond his defenders, and because of the loss of down, Frontier has to boot the football.
Well, no, it's Independence ball. That was 4th down right there because of that loss of down. So, again.
Oh, you're right, Coach. They went from 3rd to 4th, lost the down, and that was it. And they did not punt.
So, as a Titan, you still have some life here. You got all 3 of your timeouts left. So you're going to load the box here, dare Independence to throw the ball on you. You know, you lose by 9, you lose by 16, it doesn't matter. An L's an L. You're going to do whatever it takes to try to win the game here. I'm surprised they're playing with 2 high safeties.
Jacob Garibay back in. That's who they give the ball to. And Garibay looking to do some damage. And he gets down to the 11-yard line, and he picks up a 1st down. So they put it in the hands of Garibay, and he does some more damage.
Yeah, I'm thinking if I'm Frontier, I'd take one of the DBs out, put an extra guy in on the line here. This is, you know, opportunity where Independence is going to just try to run the ball. You know, so we'll see here. Frontier 4-man line, just 2 linebackers in the game, 5 DBs. A nickel look.
Again, they give it to Garibay, lowers the shoulder and just pounds down to the 5-yard line. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 4.
Now Frontier brings in Caden Shelton to give them some more beef. I think that's a good move. Putting him right on the nose here.
They can still pick up a 1st down inside the 2-yard line.
Independence should be working as much of this clock as possible. They should watch the back judge when his hand starts moving, and that's exactly what Coach Schilhalbel's having him do. Well, maybe not.
A float to the corner, and it is broken up, and the coaching staff, all of the coaching staff for Independence, looking for a flag. They felt that, is that Kyle O'Hannison?
Yeah, Kyle O'Hannison. Coach's dad at Wasco way back in the day.
I think the coaching staff for Independence felt like he made no effort to play the ball.
Well, you know, they let a few seconds. They could have waited a little longer to snap that ball, and they saved Frontier a timeout here. They were running the ball real effectively.
Yeah. 3rd and 4. They keep it in Garibay's hands, and a big hit, a huge collision there by Caden Hernandez and Garibay.
Boy, on the bottom it looks like it's a 1st down. The guy at the top says it's 4th down. Wow, that's a big down right here.
Yeah, it is.
Field goal doesn't do much for you with the kicker, so they're going to go for it here. If you're Frontier, you send the house, I think.
Borelli in the shotgun at the 6-yard line. He's going to keep it himself, and he trips. He trips.
Austin Mahan, big-time play there.
Oh, my goodness.
By the senior linebacker.
There's no getting around the fact that's keeping him in the ballgame right there. That's a shoestring tackle that keeps Frontier in the ballgame.
Senior leadership. You know, leadership starts with performance, and when a senior is battling his tail off to, you know, get his team to a winning record, that really says a lot. Great play there by Austin.
I'll tell you what, Coach, that was a great play call. So it makes it an even better tackle. It's a great play call.
All right, now Frontier is going to have to go in a hurry, being 2 scores down, but they do have all their timeouts left.
Quickly, they get a little bit of room to the 6-yard line.
Yeah, and I think that's a smart call by him. You know, you give your quarterback some space to work with. Nobody likes to throw with their, you know, heels at the back of the end zone. And again, Baker gets out of bounds. That's, again, 10, 11 catches for him, so might be going to the record books, but he'd rather have a win than be in the record books. I did predict to his dad when he was a sophomore that by the end of his career here, he would own most of the Frontier receiving records. And that might end up being the case.
The officials are trying to give hand signals to the clock.
I think the clock might have run down a few more ticks, huh?
I think they want it. Dennis Wren is giving the hand signals up here, and I don't think he called for 21 minutes.
There we go.
210 is what he asked for. 210 is what he got. 2nd and 6. Montano. Another one, same play, and this one picks up a first down. What a strike to Colton Baker.
Yeah, Frontier again showing some patience here, working their way out. Now, expect them to start taking shots over here pretty soon.
2 great arms tonight. Both of these quarterbacks, great arms. Montano for the Titans, Borelli for the Falcons.
Watch out for Caden Shelton here. Again, his size makes him a mismatch.
Has a man. Oh, he did have a man, just could not connect. It was intended for Jaden Smith out there, and Montano took a shot, a big hit at the end of the play.
Well, Dustin is as tough as they come at quarterback. He's taken a couple tonight, but he's going to stay in that pocket and deliver the ball, and that one missed by just a matter of inches. But they, Coach Durkin calls a good play. They had a guy open.
They sure did. 2nd and 10, 2:01 to go here in the fourth quarter. Independence Falcons lead 33-24. Really nice football game. Montano in the shotgun. Looks to throw. Fires one. That ball was deflected at the line of scrimmage, and he took a pop at the end of it.
Independence not just playing a prevent. They
No,
sent
they're
5
not.
guys there. And Montano, the line held up for the first 3 or 4 seconds, but held it a little long. Jonathan Martinez really putting the pop on him there at the end. And this is where you look for Independence with Luis Alvarez. This is his kind of ball game when it's pure passing situation. He's playing the top defensive end. Watch him come hard off the edge.
3rd and 10. Montano talks to Hernandez very quickly, tells him something like, hey, pick up number 5, please. Montano's in trouble. Look out, and he goes down at the 4-yard line. He was sacked by who else? Luis Alvarez.
Yeah, again, Coach Schilhalbel described him as just being a force, and we've seen him do that to Frontier all night long. He was fortunate there. His buddy got some effective pressure too, Nate Enriquez, and kind of moved the quarterback right into his sights.
So the clock still ticking. A 4th and 21 for the Titans. Ball's on their own 5-yard line. Montano has to get rid of it quickly. Tosses over here, and he's going to run out of space and run out of everything. And that's going to do it for the Frontier Titans on that drive and most likely the game.
Tough to convert on 4th and 21, though. I would say, I think it was 1998, my first year as an assistant at West High under Dennis Manning. We completed a 4th and 15 with 14 seconds to go for 99-yard touchdown with our backup quarterback in the game to tie the East Blades 12-12 because we missed the extra point. But we got called for celebrating. It was backed up. Our regular kicker was hurt, and we had another guy try
I remember that. I remember that.
Yeah.
Right. I remember that.
That was against old Van Horn.
Now, I remember that. Okay, so not lost in any of this is a big win for Independence. And it looks like it's going to be a 33-24 finish here. A big win for Coach Tyler Schilhalbel and his Independence Falcons as they come away with a 33-24 victory. At the conclusion, we will take just a short break, and we can gather ourselves. Kevin and I and Coach Cornford can talk about our Tony's Pizza decision here. This one, as my English teacher said, ain't going to be easy.
Yeah, great win for Independence. After, getting shocked by Stockdale last week, they really responded behind Sergio Borelli and company.
They did. A big win for the Independence Falcons, and they're getting a big round of applause from their fans and their cheerleaders. That's a big win there. 33-24 Independence over Frontier. We'll take a very short break, come back with our Tony's Pizza player of the game, and wrap things up right after this on Kern High Network.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile. And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile.
And I still do everything online or through the ATM. So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
There are over 100 places to get pizza in Kern County, but only 4 are good enough to be called Tony's. So what's the Tony's Pizza difference? We're not giving away our secrets, but the proof is in the pizza. Tony's Spicy Mexicana, the mouth-watering Hawaiian, the award-winning Chili Verde, and so many more. Trust us, you'll find your favorite. If you want great pizza, you can play the numbers game, or you can get it right the first time. Tony's Pizza, 3 locations in Bakersfield and 1 in Shafter.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
I'm a millennial, and for me, it's all about the mobile. And I'm somewhere in between. I still do my banking online and at the ATM. And with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, Kern Schools is always close by.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County. Kern Schools, together we have something special. One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
As a millennial, for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do everything online or through an ATM. So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools.
Welcome back, everybody. Right below us, a frenetic pace of homecoming moms, dads, grandma, grandpas, aunts, uncles, alumni. Former head coach Rich Cornford here from Frontier. There's a lot happening right below us for Frontier, but way off back in the dark corner over there. Are you kidding me? The Independence Falcons with a big win, 33-24. They're meeting with their coach. The Titans over here meeting with their coach. We want to thank the United States Army, Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, and, of course, Motor City. But now it's time for Tony's Pizza to get their due. We have a Tony's Pizza Player of the Game award, and this has probably started more conversation during our break than any game we've had so far because we had some blowouts and some obvious choices, but this isn't going to be easy. Kevin Willie, you've been here since day one. We started Kern High Network right here on top of this press box over 2 years ago. You've been with us since the very first minute. Kevin, your thoughts on tonight's possible Tony's Pizza Player of the Game?
I give up. There are too many people.
No, you can't.
Too many.
The days are gone where you back out and say, oh, I don't know, Vance, you pick. Kevin, come on, dude. You've been doing this forever.
There were so many good players tonight.
You're right.
I think this has been one of our best, if not our best game, one of our best games that we've covered.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked Mr. Denweed.
Number 30, Armani Denweed.
I think he, I think you said earlier the quarterback's got to throw the pass. I mean, he's going to be a candidate anytime,
right?
Because he's the one that's got to start the play.
Sure.
But Denweed just seemed to pop up wherever he needed to be. He ran through the line. I think there's some other guys. Garibay, the last part of this game, he was really, really going as well. And, of course, Duluth. I mean, you can't count him out.
So, in your mind, you've got the quarterback, Borelli, who's the instigator, Armani Denweed, who, by the way, you've got me thinking about Denweed. Don't forget, they had that little squib kick popped in his hands.
Right, yeah, that's
almost ran it back. I love Garibay.
My candidate changed 3 or 4 times in the last 5 minutes of this game.
Let me bring. Okay, thank you, Kevin. So you're going. Denweed is who you're strong for. Okay. How about Luis Alvarez, number 5? You even talked about how Coach Shellhobble said that guy's just nothing but straight head beast mode. He played a huge role in that defense tonight. I love Kevin's thought on Denweed. Called his name a lot tonight. Borelli, he did what he had to do. He made some great touchdown passes. But in my mind, the one that added a little bit of extra oomph, the guy that really had to kind of make some of those pass plays happen, we saw how he had to come back for a couple of them. One of them, he literally just kind of made it all happen himself in the end zone. As much as I agree with Kevin and Armani Denweed, I'm leaning towards Malik Duluth, number 4 for wide receiver, but that's why he and I only have 33%. Coach Cornford, you have 34%. You've heard us discuss these players. Give us some thoughts overall. And by the way, everybody, we always know that we have a great performance by the team that didn't come out with the win, but 99 times out of 100, our Tony's Pizza player of the game is going to go to a winning team.
Yeah, and we'll start, Luis Alvarez and Nate Enriquez did a really good job of pressuring the quarterback all night. Sergio Borelli, I don't think you can say enough about the quarterback and his senior leadership playing on a bad leg. Typically his legs are a huge weapon for him.
You're right.
And he was able to use his arm tonight almost exclusively. You could tell he just wasn't quite there with his legs. So gutsy performance by him. I agree, Denweed made some real big plays, but Malik Duluth was the guy catching those touchdowns. And Malik Duluth was the guy that was making guys miss and getting, 3 yards when it should have been -4, getting 5 yards when it should have been -2, and keeping drives alive and keeping the chains moving. So I'm going to put my 34% to use with senior Malik Duluth.
There it is. Malik Duluth is our Tony's Pizza player of the game, Miguel. And I think it's a smart choice. We could have given it out to more than one guy tonight, but rising above it all, Malik Duluth. And don't forget that one play right here in the middle of the field, the long pass play that we thought was going to get picked off. He makes the catch and then gets yards after the catch. Some big signature moments by Malik Duluth, our Tony's Pizza player of the game. Well, for Stan Green, for Miguel Garcia, thank you, young lady, for being here tonight. This is the best he's behaved the whole year. I mean, Luce, thank you for being here. Appreciate that. For our good friend Kevin Willey, who started this whole deal with Stan and I right here a couple of years ago against Arroyo Grande, I believe it was.
It was against Cabrillo. And
Cabrillo.
Marcus Cornford was the player of the game.
Aha!
And did not share any pizza with me.
Aha! So, how apropos that I close off with my final thanks to my partner, Rich Cornford. Tonight, the big win, 33-24, Independence over Frontier.